Okay, now we can do the recap.
Now?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, yesterday. We can do it yesterday.
Which means now we're live.
Yes. We are now live.
Say hello to all our 0 viewers, guys.
Hello to all the
Last-
something viewers.
Our no one viewers yet, probably.
Hello, our 0 viewers.
Except maybe Ben.
Yeah.
So hi Ben again.
Yeah, hello.
Rhymes.
He's not here yet.
Well, last time it was mostly just the boss fight between the giant and the dragon, which took the most of it. You guys summoned a chicken, which was very important. And so the chicken is there.
Murderous intent increases.
I will not purposely murder the chicken. However, if it gets in the range of an AoE attack that is aiming at one of you, then the chicken might die.
But most of the chicken is inside my bag of holding, so she should be safe.
Yeah, it'll just blow its head off, no problem.
Yeah, that's what
it'll
I said.
survive
I
that,
can just
no problem.
go accidentally hit it straight in the head. Totally didn't mean that.
So we're about to enter another boss fight, and you want to take a whole round just to kill my chicken to destroy Explo's happiness. That's nice.
What, you're gonna
However,
die
we
anyway.
haven't gotten to that part, so you're kind of giving out spoilers. Either way, so yes, I asked them if it was okay if I made a super powerful boss fight right after the boss fight. So you'll see the results of what they answered in a moment. However, you made a chicken, and that was very important. That's why we're focusing on it. After the chicken was made, the boss was felled, or at least half of it was. The giant managed to escape after realizing that you defeated its one ally, and it knows that you defeated other giants of its type before, so it wasn't willing to risk this body on just throwing it away. So it jumped out the window and took a 26d6 or something like that.
Yes.
Fall and managed to survive with quite a bit of health left.
260 feet fall.
Yes. So it jumped quite far, but it is a giant and it has a lot of health. So it managed to just... Well, it got hurt, but it isn't dead. And it ran away. Before... Because he took like 5 turns to try to find it again, and it didn't... It wasn't within view by that time. Then a bunch of vials were being thrown into the building after some much-needed conversation about the chicken. The vials apparently contain something very dangerous, and something familiar to those who play video games and also watch terrible movies.
I think you just upset a whole lot of people.
I'm sure
upset
that
anyone if they're not watching.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
As far as I know, first one was the best, and the rest just went downhill. So I didn't like the first one, so whatever.
Come at me, internet.
There's nobody here.
It's mostly because they focused on a side character that they invented for the movies and made everyone else crappy. So, all the main characters from the game were crappy. Either way, the very dangerous substance was thrown all over the place as everybody started using spells to save people. And that is pretty much where we left off. And currently, the placement is Lily, Explo, and Edo-san are pretty much near the door because they didn't really do much moving after the.
Didn't we go up to the giants that were looking for the control orb or something?
They are not in the room. As you can tell, I didn't
They're
recap that
free.
because that didn't happen. The giants are not in the building yet.
Are giants, or
The Afridi are Jin, and they're only slightly taller than regular humanoids.
Yeah.
So they're like 7 feet tall, at most. Well, at most they're like 10 feet, but they're usually around 7 feet tall. So they're big compared to Explo, but they're not considered giants.
huge.
Yes, there are 3 Afridi currently working on the orb, which they got ambushed by one of those vials of stuff. However, that's what I was going to get to, was Tabaki rushed up to them and cast Lesser Restoration. Was Giovanni the one who cast Lesser Restoration? Does he even have that spell?
Yes,
Maybe
I do.
we can ask the viewer in the Twitch.
That's probably Ben.
No,
Yeah.
it's not Ben, it's me.
Oh, well then that's
5 now, so it's probably all of you.
Well, if there's more than like 2 or 3, then there's some other people watching, so that's cool. Hello, people. However, yeah. So if it was Ero-san that walked over, then it's technically the opposite, and Ero-san is with the Ifriti, and
I did
everybody
use
else
the
is standing
orb
back.
we have for that, so it's more like a radius than just one person.
It's a radius because you're casting it through the orb, is
Yes.
what I remember. Someone was
Yes.
casting it through the orb. So it is a radius. So technically all the Afridi are cured. However, there are a few other things that need to be dealt with before we get to our main event that was spoiled earlier on. So there's virus still hanging around, and there's windows breaking and other things happening. So what do you guys want to do?
Well,
3 of you are currently close enough to the door that it doesn't really matter your exact position at the moment. And Edo-san is standing in the middle of the room. He ran like 500 or 600 feet to get to where the orb is, because this room is pretty big.
Okay. So,
well, if windows are breaking and stuff is being chucked in, then I have one word for it: run away.
yeah, I'll say there's some bad blood coming in from the windows. We should get out of here.
Fair enough. Is everybody retreating from?
Yeah, tactical retreat. Or tactical, whatever it's called.
Oh, retreat.
Tactical scope. No,
Tactical
yeah.
scope. So, where do you guys wish to retreat to?
Downstairs.
All right,
Outside.
down, like out of the building.
Isn't
Yes.
the super orb like upstairs?
The
Or no,
super-
that was in the room before the big room. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
didn't check
active
that orb
now.
out yet.
Yeah,
we
you
were
guys are
planning on it.
currently. I know it's a little confusing. I didn't map out the entire building. However, you guys are directly outside the room that you guys are currently looking at, because I didn't make a new map for this next room, because I figured you might just leave it, so I didn't make a map for it. So you're directly outside this room. The room that you're in is a lot bigger than the room that you're currently looking at. It's much bigger, like 5 or 6 times at least.
Holy guacamole.
Tiny.
It's a room built for abnormally tall giants. So yes, it's big.
What's in the room?
There is immediately obvious. You can roll an investigation if you want to investigate further. However, immediately obvious in the room is a large pedestal in the middle of the room, which currently appears to be housing a orb of some sort that the Afridi are currently attempting to do something with. They're attempting to work on it. And there's brightly colored stained glass, which are windows that are in various placements in the room. One, including one that is above the. However, the one that's above is broken, and some of the ones on the sides are also broken. That is all that is immediately obvious in the room.
I rolled a 10 for investigation.
All right, it is not showing up on my screen, so I'm gonna have
How
to roll.
average?
But I will believe you. Until then.
No, it's a 20. Don't believe her.
With a 10, no, you don't see anything super important. Like a couple chairs that perhaps these giant vati would like to sit in. It looks about their size, so you would have to like climb up the leg to get up to the seat. Perhaps a table sitting in the corner. Other than that, there's nothing that you can see that's important.
Well, I want to take a look around. Maybe there's more gold pieces for me to steal. After all, I only had like 80 of them.
Yes, only 80. Okay, make an investigation check.
21.
Did he actually roll the 21?
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
still
you for trusting
loading.
me, man.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So it was 31.
So
I'm
if I
sorry.
find out you're lying, then perhaps a lightning bolt will strike you out of nowhere and your character will instantly die.
Thor.
So, with a 21, yeah, you see some various objects on the table. However, they look perhaps as big, if not bigger, than you are. And they're on the other side of the room from where you're currently standing.
Shall we go and take a gander?
So we're
I
not in a
mean,
room
there
with the orb
is-
that can dispel the walls, right?
First off, before I answer that, there is still dangerous, toxic chemicals being thrown into the room.
Yeah, our son is evacuating the building.
Yeah,
GTFO.
Amazon is already halfway out the door as you guys are like, should we look at this thing on this table?
Oh, what a phenomenal pacing there.
Good point.
Tabaki is also going with our son.
Alright, Tabaki is also speed walking, if you will, out of the room.
Explo is sprinting.
Okay, Lonnie, you are just about to ask him if he should look at that thing on that table, and you are by yourself.
Veto GTFO.
Okay, so you guys start running out. You guys get to, if you remember, there's a little entryway. Yes, the 21 did appear, so no lightning, no instant death.
This time.
Did my
Yeah.
awesome 10 show up?
Yes, it did. It showed up before it even finished loading. So
You have no power here.
Either way, if
Gotta
you
make a
guys
quick
remember, there was a little entryway room that is super tall and huge, and there's the entryways to go up and down. One to go up for the giant, and one to go up for the small people, and one to go down for the giant, and one to go down for the small people. So you are currently in that room as you sort of just run out of the room. And the Afridi follow you reluctantly because they thought that they were supposed to work on that thing. However, they'll believe you that that substance is severely dangerous and follow you. So you guys are currently in that room. Do you wish to go up or down or just go
Out.
Down. We need to go down, not up.
I
Do you
go
wish
out.
to go out of the building, down deeper in the building, or go up further in the building?
Out of the
Out.
building.
Out.
Okay. Just so that way everyone's on the same page. There is a down that goes out of the building.
Why
Which-
do I have a feeling that we shouldn't go out, actually? Why is my sense of danger tingling? I don't like this.
Your spidey
Technically, I
senses
did
tingling.
spoil that something was going to happen, so that's why they're on edge.
How high up are we?
Currently you are inside the building, and if you exit the door in front of you, which would lead to the outside of the building, there's a staircase that goes down a couple 100 feet. And if you want to jump off that, you can, but you could just go down the staircase. I mean, you don't know what's on the other side of the door yet. But that's how far up you are from the clouds that are currently holding this castle or palace aloft.
I say we just GTFO this place.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it being bombarded with biological weaponry.
Yes, there is biological weapons being thrown in here. However, after you... There's no windows in this room, just so you're aware. It's not like this particular room you're in is being bombarded. The room back there was being bombarded while you were in it. However, you are no longer in it, so you do not know what's happening in there. But either way, you start going down this little staircase that leads to the door that's huge with the little doors on the bottom that you guys came through. However, you reach the door, and the door is locked.
Well, that's not going to be a problem, is it?
It is. It
Technically-
is.
No, it's not. I
Technically,
dibs on the door. Dibs on the door.
before we get into it, Explo, a memory flashes into your mind that you broke this door, so that way no one could come in. However, that prevents you from going out.
What if I blow it up?
You can try to do that.
Blow it up. Blow it up.
We're talking about the first door that we entered from, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Well-
this is the entrance to the building.
Well, the first thing I do is obviously disable my own shrapnel bomb.
That's also a good idea. If
Do I
you
get a
would have
bomb
forgotten
charge
that,
back?
I would have just blown you up. But
Do I get a few bomb charges back since I repurpose it?
sure, I'll say that you get 2 back.
That's exact the amount I used. Ooh,
Perfect.
100% revenue. And now I'm gonna use them up again to blow the door open. What
Okay.
kind of what is the door made of?
This is a giant, perhaps iron door.
Iron door. I'm gonna use 4 bomb charges to use 4 acid grenades at the same time at the door.
Okay. You do so. Can you just give me what the acid does? Just to throw that up in front of me.
What the
The bomb
damage or
does?
what the acid?
Yeah, like
acid does?
damage and everything like that. Okay.
Please don't tell me it's black iron.
However, the door does budge slightly. However, as the acid begins to burn through the door, you hear outside the door,
Oh no.
I take it back.
and
I
As
take
soon
it
as
back. I take it back.
as soon as you peek out the door, you see perhaps 50 zombies.
Oh no.
This was not the boss fight you were talking about, right?
Oh, this isn't even the boss fight I was talking about.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I feel already not any more safe.
And as soon as the acid eats through half the door, their heads start peeking through. There are various species.
Hold on. Let me say this. Stay the fuck away from me!
Okay.
Get away!
So you blast the first few zombies away.
I just literally just shove my gun right in the face. Then
you blast the first few. However, after that happens, another maw comes through the door as it's trying to get through the door.
Okay, I just say let's
do it again. Go again.
All right, what was Tabaki trying to say?
Yeah, I'll say let's just cut our path through them, and I will start charging out through them.
All right. You're gonna just burst the door open?
Yes.
All right.
Charge!
Unfortunately, there are we'll be generous and say 15 of them are currently pressing their bodies against the door, so you have to push against them. So,
okay.
Athletics.
Oh, hey, hello.
All right. Their muscles are slightly rotted, so they're not as strong as a regular person. And there's 15 of them, but they're still not as strong as your your shoulder check, if you will, into the door as you just shoulder check into it, knocking back a few of them. However, if you attempt to run past them, they each get an attack of opportunity. And within this straight line, there is about 15 of them.
What is their attack range?
To the left or right side?
Sorry? What did you say?
Can I run to the left or right side to not get past all 50? To just charge through some of them?
If you attempt to move that way, you will get opportunity attacks from the ones in the front and then the ones on the side. So it'll be pretty much the same.
Okay.
15. 1-5.
Oh, 15. I thought you said 50. Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, and if you go through the middle, it's going to be about the same.
I will just actually use my ability and I will rage. And I will charge through them. I haven't used it before.
Okay, so just roll up what the ability does. So that way we can see it.
It's berserking. It basically gives a minor version of rage once per long rest. But again, an assertion point.
Yes. Okay, I didn't know if you had it written down or not, that's why. Okay. So it gives them, if I remember your ability correctly, it gives them, if they hit you,
resistance to bludgeoning.
I think if they hit you, it does half damage.
Yeah.
If it hits him, they're gonna have a bad time.
Okay, zombies. Now this is gonna be fun.
No, it's not.
Not for you.
Sadist.
This is the only thing I get to do. Everything else you guys get to choose. So, the enemies are the only thing I get to do. It's my fun part. So, this is gonna be fun times. So, where is their attack bonus? Okay. 3. This is the fun part. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so which of those hit?
2 crits and 1 normal.
Okay, wonderful.
Are you telling me that
he only got hit 3
people
times?
You only got hit 3 times.
Yes.
What's your
you guys are the heroes of this action movie, and he is running through a crowd of zombies. Obviously, he's not going to get too much hurt.
Yes, haven't you seen a movie before? Come on.
Yeah, haven't you
We
seen that
can't
movie
die.
before?
We
Come
have
on,
like
man.
so many of the main characters.
All right, so they each get, since they are slightly more powerful than regular zombies,
Oh no, they're
they get
skeletons.
1, 2, and then since it was 2 crits and 1 regular,
Yeah.
so those were the crits. So you can breathe a sigh of relief as I go for the next one. 7. So 17, 18, and 7.
Okay. And they are bludgeoning or slashing or piercing.
Yes, they are slashing because their claws, their hands are considered claws.
Okay. And yeah, I'll just keep running through them.
You
Away.
are now considered on the other side of the horde.
Yes.
So
And
you
I
are
will
on the other side.
I'll shout to others, follow behind me. What are you waiting for?
All right.
Person just jaw dropping, watching like, the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, most of them hit his armor or other various implements he was using to defend himself to not get hit. In other words, his AC. And it looks like only 3 of them got really good hits on him.
Well, I'm
I was
falling.
just flabbergasted mostly.
However, I'll say that it is currently soft initiative. So it is currently whoever wants to go next to try to get through it.
Welp.
How many bomb charges do I have to make to kind of make like a cluster bomb? If you know what that is.
You're trying to make a bomb that blows up into more bombs and then they blow up?
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, that will take you 5 turns and 10 charges. However, the zombies are currently right in front of you. The door is open. They have nothing obstructing them from coming towards you.
You guys know that I could like do a thing, right?
What is
Yeah,
the
but
thing?
this is a horde. Like
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, there's 15, right?
There's 15 in the path that he just went through.
Okay.
There is 50 in total.
Okay. I could
Well-
still do a thing where like they stay away.
I don't know if paladins have the turn undead or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I actually have a channel divinity left. I should have used that. Well, whatever.
Whatever.
I have
Blunt force is much more fun.
What I'm going to do is, since there's 50 of them, I'm going to roll 10, and each one counts for a group of 5.
okay.
So, yours is technically called Turn the Unholy, which
Mhm.
does fiends as well, which is better than undead.
Yes.
But technically they all are classified as undead, so because they're zombies. And what else would a zombie be other than undead?
A non-undead?
An undead? But either way, so it's a wisdom saving throw. Seems. Do you have any destroy undead yet? At your level?
That's the cleric thing, unless you have it. I think yours is archetype, isn't it? Or
I don't have.
Okay. Because I know that certain classes have destroy undead, which these things might be eligible for, but if you don't have it, it doesn't matter. So what's the range? 50 or 30? Okay. Yeah, they're packing into each other's spaces and everything. So, yes, they are all within 30 feet.
I did a thing.
So, let's just roll some wisdom saving throws.
Roll low, Matt. Roll really low.
What is
Their
your
wisdom is -2. So,
What is your DC?
yeah, what's your DC?
I forgot. 16.
That's not
Well,
bad.
that gives you about 18 out of 20 chance that they'll run away. So
Yeah, 1 in 10 that they actually won't. The odds are in our favor.
yes.
What, you'll
And it
roll like
should be.
Are
320?
they really though? Ever?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Damn.
They're all
Well,
less
well,
than your
well.
DC. They're not very wise creatures,
Mhm.
which is why it was so easy for them to roll so low. So,
Thank God.
yeah, they just sort of look at her, and she starts glowing slightly. Like, to you guys, it's just a slight glow. But to these things, it's as if they saw the most unappealing thing that they've ever seen, and they start moving in the opposite direction from her.
Hooray, Lily!
I did a
And
thing.
as a matter
Sure.
of fact, some of them go to the railing of the stairs and they just tumble over the side.
Oh God!
Woo!
They probably saw my ex.
Oh, they didn't.
Okay, so you
Run?
guys can now move through this area for the next minute. You might want to get through there.
Oh, I'm already running.
Yeah,
We
same.
are running. Oh yeah, what happened to your mechanical bear?
I completely
Right.
forgot about it, so I think we just said it was back at the farm.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, yeah, they
To
start
the farm.
as you guys start running in between them because you're moving faster than the zombies. They all start turning towards this railing and start just tumbling over the side.
Okay.
How much XP does Lonnie get for this?
Unfortunately, we do not do EXP, so no, she doesn't get any, but she does help you get past this obstacle, which
It's all
is
shared.
factored into your leveling. So,
Yeah, it's all shared.
yeah. So you guys got past that obstacle pretty easily, I'll admit. However, you guys reach or about halfway down the staircase when you see, or actually, this is how I'll do it. I had a few ways that I was gonna do this, but I'll go with this. You hear from a far off distance. And for you, it's quite quiet, but it's probably pretty loud to come from wherever it's coming from. And since nobody's curious about that,
I am curious. I'm just gonna look at it.
Believe me,
We're
we're
gonna be like,
curious. But I'm just
good
gonna
load
bet
it, ready to fire.
it's a
Okay.
giant zombie, isn't it?
so I'm going to get you guys to make a perception check.
It's a giant
Olive.
zombie giant.
Perception. Oh God.
Oh yeah. I was too
Oh,
busy.
tobacco.
I was too busy petting
Oh.
clippers.
All right. So yes, Explo, you are very worried about your chicken. So
It hasn't turned green yet, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
technically, it was in the range of one of your guys' lesser restoration spells, so it is cured. Technically.
Hooray,
Oh,
we're
thank God.
immune-ish.
Technically, your chicken is not going to become a zombie chicken.
Well, everything else dies in this world. We still have one egg a day.
Yeah, you guys will all be fighting over one egg. And then
Oh,
one
we-
of you will go insane and kill the chicken. And then it will be chaos.
If you open the belly, there will be full of eggs inside.
Either way,
we can eat forever.
Either way, Tabaki, you turn around and you see currently standing at the top of the staircase what looks like a 7-foot tall thing that is in ragged clothing. It has this weird looking mouth. It almost looks like an animal skull. You know, like how cow skulls kind of look like they just have the teeth at the end and the animalistic-looking skull. And they just have the teeth at the end. Well, it kind of looks like a humanoid with its teeth all out in the front like that. And it's just sort of looking at you guys.
A typical Wendigo, right? Ish.
I'm describing it as best I can, though if you guys get closer to it, then maybe I can...
Nope.
I can show you a picture.
Nope, we're not going to get closer to it. I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
Harrison is going to run. He's just going to run for his dear life.
Also, if Tabaki points this out to you, perhaps I will give either Explo or Edo-san, or both, a chance to identify some of the other things it happens to be carrying.
No, I'm busy running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he trying to escape with our lives?
You Tabaki look back and see this thing, and it's just sort of staring down, and then it sort of just goes, and at the bottom of the staircase appear 5 creatures, all looking humanoid, some looking worse than others. However, they're at the bottom of the staircase blocking your way. And they are climbing the staircase.
How far away are they from me?
From you?
Yes.
I'm going to say that you guys are moving at approximately the same speed, so that way... Because technically, Explo can only move 25, and he'd be really far behind.
Yeah, but I'm scared.
So, I'm just going to say that you guys are moving approximately the same speed.
Yeah,
So
I wanna use my shield to just knock them prone and keep running, like just push them out of my way.
Okay, but first, when you guys see since he asked, when you guys first see it, when they're about to start climbing the staircase, you guys are about half a mile away.
What is that in feet?
Dude, I don't know. half a mile's like 4,000 feet. That's ridiculous.
Wait, no, that's not right.
So it's like 50 minutes until we'll be catching up with them then.
That can't be right. My calculation can't... That can't be right. Give me a moment. I have to refigure this then. Yes, a single mile is 5,000.
Oh, it's 5,000? So, I apologize.
1 mile is 5,000. So technically it would 5, be 3. But that's not what I wanted. I wasn't thinking that much. I'm too used to the metric system. That's what we'll blame this on.
Don't you dare blame the metric system.
A kilometer is 1,000 meters. So technically this system is in miles, but we'll go with you are currently 1,000 feet away.
Okay, that's kind of far. Give me 1 second. Right back. Better.
So,
well,
1,000.
They will be a problem for later. For now, just run.
There will be a problem for never, you mean?
You can't
We're
shoot
never
them.
Gonna encounter them ever again.
They're approaching you.
Run away, run away.
As soon as I'm in range, I will throw a flashbang straight in their face. Try and knock them off the stairway.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna blast them with my special ability that says, "Fuck off."
We can do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Before you guys
reach your thing even further.
Okay, as you guys get into a penis measuring contest on which ability is better.
Mine
we just combined it, damn it.
Mine is this good.
Either way, before that happens, there's an event that happens before you guys would get within range. You guys sort of glance, or Tabaki, since he's the only one who noticed, glances back and you see the creature that was on top of the stairs currently running down the stairs. And you see the other creatures blocking your way from going down the stairs. And you guys are still about 100 feet up, and your guys are about to get in range at that
We're
point.
all gonna die.
Okay,
We're all gonna
instead of
die.
that, can I just jump
Okay,
off the stairs?
I'm gonna lead a charge. Because fuck
I'm
it,
just-
and just go to continually blast this. Just continually. Just
Okay.
making literally a cone of freedom, so to say.
Cone of freedom.
Code of freedom.
Cone of
Okay.
freedom!
That is a better name than what you got right there. Cone of
Okay,
freedom.
okay, I'm gonna change it just for that.
Okay. So they have to make a strength save by the look of it. And since you
Yeah,
guys aren't
cone
curious
of
about what they
freedom.
look like, I'm not going to describe them to you. So, give me this.
Cone of freedom. There we go.
Okay. So, they have to make a strength saving throw. I'm looking
Or
at
we
the wrong
push
thing.
back
There it
10
is.
feet.
They each have a +4. In strength, do they have a special saving throw? No, they do not. So,
+4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like 2?
But I'm continuously blasting each time I move 5 feet. Blast again, blast again, blast again. I'm just
Okay.
making literally a wall of this stuff.
If you're doing that every time you move 5 feet, then they will catch up to you by the time you use the next one.
Okay, but I will use, or actually I will just jump off the side and try to make my way into the city instead.
Okay,
that was my
you are
thing as
going
well,
to
into
take
the city.
10d6.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Nope.
Of falling damage?
Yeah, I'll take it. No problem.
I can't
I'm still
risk that.
raging.
No, I'm not. It passed. 'Cause,
And just so you know, this is the toned down version, because technically the one at the top of the stairs was supposed to be at the bottom. So, did it appear? Yes, it
Yeah.
did. You take 27 falling damage.
yes, and I will start fleeing into the city.
I will
Alright, so
follow
you
him.
guys are on the stairs. And
I follow.
Tabaki is gone.
You what?
Okay.
You
Okay.
actually gonna drop?
Reciprocate. I do it too.
Explode. You take.
No. Wait a minute. There we go. Get wrecked, son.
How are you using this spell?
Yes.
Okay. So you do not take that. However,
I feel abandoned.
however, Lily,
TFO. Gone. Same thing. Swan dive. Tuck and roll.
36.
I'm still here.
Barely.
Okay.
Not barely. Well, half my hit points.
Ooh.
God, I can't do that. If he maxes a lot of them, I will be losing all my health.
Well, then too bad for you.
Jump and use your
roll
force gun the second you're about to hit the ground.
Shoots all three of us.
He's used that before, and technically he knows if he does this, he may fall through the cloud into the underground of this flying city, and
Just what you
he
want.
may take more damage instead.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I just stand and yelling to him, "Jump, you idiot!"
So
Okay,
everyone is
I'm
standing
gonna
at the...
do the following. Instead, I'm just gonna move 10 feet up, get up close and personal with those zombies, blast them just to the way of the railing so that it's gonna be raining zombies.
Alright, you attempt to do so.
Raining zombies.
However, you took your turn to shoot, and they
Yeah.
took their turn to jump. Now it's the zombies' turn. To be
God.
fair, the zombies get to do things too.
No, they don't.
Do them.
So those guys just took a buttload of damage and are still trying to run away.
How much is
However,
the buttload?
as much as you took on your turn. So, except for Explo, who was actually smart and tried to... He should have just cast that on everybody, and then it would have been fine. But now that he's at the bottom, it's going to be a waste of time to go back up. So,
You abandoned me!
yes, you can cast Spider Climb on multiple people.
I had a plan if you jumped.
Oh, God.
However,
tell me the plan.
I can't. You're too far away. I'm just yelling, jump! Jump!
Okay, here's what
Our
happened.
son knows that if he tries to save himself with his gun, that's not gonna work.
Well,
I need you, Erosan, since the turns have been taken and the actions have been done, you cannot take this back anymore.
Don't die.
I need you to... I need you to roll an athletics or dexter or acrobatics against that. That's 6.
Hip
That
hop,
marvelous 6.
Oh!
Managed to dodge the first zombie. However, the second zombie attempts to do the same thing.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh!
I'm grappled. I'm sure of that. No! 24!
But since it's a natural 20, it technically counts as more. So unfortunately, they don't have to do a contested roll. So, with his natural 20, he walks up, and the first guy you manage to dodge, he looks kind of like, since you're so up close and personal, I will describe the two that are in front of you. This guy sort of looks just like an abnormally tall person with gray skin, a bland-looking gray trench coat, dark black boots, and other clothing. And he just attempted to grab you. He's a lot taller than you are. However, you managed to jump out of the way. He's quite slow. However, when you jumped into this one that is pure black, and it has its arms sort of stretch out and wrap around you and pull you close, and you are now considered grappled. As the other bigger one starts running down the stairs towards you. Unfortunately, that's all that can be done on that turn by the zombie.
Do we see this?
You are 100 feet down at the bottom of the... So there's like a wall that's 100 feet tall next to you, so you can't see what's happening. Like, you're looking straight up at a wall that's 100 feet tall.
Should have jumped.
I
You're
run
yelling,
into the
jump,
stairway.
and you don't see him jump. That's all that you see.
I mean, we gotta get away from this giant monster, so I'll keep running.
Alright, you continue running.
You're actually gonna abandon me, aren't you?
Well,
Tabaki
you should've
continues
jumped.
running. The other two are still there. They haven't decided what they wanted to do yet.
Waiting for Gio's character. Yeah. Erosan.
Yeah.
Yep, waiting for him or waiting for the zombies to come, and then I'll decide.
Okay. Nothing has jumped down towards you.
Well, Explo is smart, so he starts running back up again.
Can Lily yell something?
Yeah.
She can.
Erosan! 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 Like, I guess just repeating his name over and over again would probably what you would do.
Okay. Erosan, as you are grappled by this weird black, and as it grapples into you, it feels squishy and like rotten flesh. It's just not a good time. As this is happening, you hear Lily yelling for you. But she sounds really far away.
Yeah.
Well, I was sure he was gonna jump, so I assumed something has happened. So I start running up the wall again.
Okay.
Oh
Sure.
god, you're gonna try and catch me while I'm gonna jump by now.
Hell no!
If you jump, he's just gonna let you fall and then walk back down the wall because he has spider climb.
Yeah.
That was not the plan.
However, you are only halfway up because you were using gravity to help you get down. You went down faster than you should have.
So I'm first things first, I'm gonna escape.
Okay, you can attempt to escape. It's got this black gunk all over you. You know it's not shadow, but it's some other substance.
Rotten flesh.
8.
Alright? It continues to hold you. As the other 4 that were at the bottom just sort of crowd around you. And
Okay, my gun would be pointing downward if I'm correct, right?
you are considered restrained, which means that your attacks have disadvantage. But you use your action to attempt to escape the grapple.
What's the bonus? I need to find a bonus action. More AC.
Alright. That's what you go with, so that's what you get. So the creature that currently has you grappled, the other ones just sort of gather around. One of them looks like what can only be described as
Delicious.
A tan-skinned man. And he just sort of looks at you and gets really close to you. His eyes are bloodshot. And as he sort of looks at you really closely, you swear that you see something inside his mouth sort of wiggle around and look at you. You see what looks like another bigger buff guy. He just sort of has like a spike for an arm, and he has his heart on the outside of his body. Let's see. There's 2 more, or 1 more, I mean, that I haven't described. Let's see. This other guy is, he's just sort of standing there. He looks like a regular person, almost. And he has sunglasses on, black trench coat, and blonde, almost platinum blonde hair. And they're all just sort of looking at you, and the one with the platinum blonde hair says, "He'll do fine." As the big creature starts coming down the steps, and finally is like within 100 feet of you, and you hear him yell out, "Stars!" And that is all that happens. However, yes.
Stars?
Yes.
Scream up the top of my lungs like I'm freaking out at the very moment.
Alright. You two, Explo and Lily, you hear screaming.
How far up am I?
You're halfway up.
Yeah, if you used your action to dash, you're halfway up again.
Yeah. Because you were jumping off and using gravity to help you, I gave you the bonus of landing at the bottom. However, now, in this moment, trying to get back up, it's not a bonus.
Yeah. But that was my turn halfway up, right? My first turn.
Yes, now it is your turn again.
So will I reach the top on my turn without using?
If you dash, you will reach the top.
Oh, fuck me. Well, I don't want to like reach the top. I want to like stand like on the edge, so I know that whoever sits on the top of the stairs won't be able to see me easily.
Okay, you can attempt to do that. That will require a stealth check.
Wow.
Alright? So if they are going to attempt to see you, they have to get 22 or higher. Alright. So,
Lily.
Lily, you heard the scream. if you wish to react.
I don't really have anything I could do. I guess I could start climbing, but that'd be like half
Yeah,
of
you'd be
35.
way far behind. He didn't cast spider climb on you, so you can't climb like he is currently.
Right. Shoot, man, no, I don't have anything.
Alright.
Hey, what is your character's name? I always forget. I forget
Explode?
everything. Hey, Explode! If you bring him here, I don't know. We could aura of stun him.
First, I kind of need to bring him.
Right. Aura of protection would possibly help later on. I don't know. That's the best I got. Hurry up, Explode! Go faster!
At the very least, if he jumps and loses all his hit points, you can medicine check him and bring him back
in
to
1d4 hours.
unconsciousness. But we'll have to see what happens based on his next action. So, what do you want to do? You are currently grappled by this black thing.
Well, yeah. I'm going to full-on madman panic style. The gun is aimed down the corner towards the stairs, towards the railing. I'm gonna fly.
Okay, you're going to try
I'm
to
gonna
fly.
try and soften my impact with the black guy, the cloak guy that's holding me. So when I hit the ground, he hits the ground first, softening my landing.
Okay, you can attempt to do that. However, by the description of what this says, he does get a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he succeeds, you will not move.
Mm-hmm.
However, if he does not, you will move. So, 21.
Oh.
Wait, the floor does take damage.
He does take damage.
The floor as well.
Yes, the floor breaks slightly. However, there is more floor underneath that floor.
What?
As
I
you would
dropped just
expect.
basically what level?
You broke the floor. There is more floor.
Dang.
You're freaking
So-
out though.
I'll put 5 damage on him, if that helps.
It helps a little. Still freaking the fuck out.
Alright. So, on his turn, he is going to use his meld ability. And he is going to just suck you inside of his body.
What
So,
the living heck?
I'm at 19 at AC.
So what you need to do is attempt to escape this next grapple. It's not counted as the grapple. It's counted as a separate grapple. So he's going to make a strength to try to grapple you, and you can try to escape.
15.
All right. You do not get. You see him attempting to pull you in, and you just start pushing his arms back, so that way he can't push you inside himself. But you can tell that something bad is probably going to happen if that happens.
Yeah, I need to escape next round, damn it.
All right. So it is now soft initiative. Actually, before that happens, the big creature gets closer, and he is currently pretty close to you. You can attempt to examine him and see if you can identify what
Who
he's
is this
currently
you?
carrying.
Who's the you you're talking about?
Eros-san.
Uh,
If you want to look at him and try
no, I'm
to
gonna break
examine-
out. This is bad. I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm giving you this as a free action if you wish to look at him.
Sure.
All right, make an investigation is the best one, unfortunately. All right,
26.
he seems to be carrying some sort of heavy firearm, kind of like a Gatling gun, as he's running down the steps. Anyone who's fans of the Resident Evil series would know what all of these things are.
Okay, acrobatics. I'm gonna try to escape.
However, first it's your allies' turn, so they get to go
Okay.
first. Since we're in soft initiative, they went first, so technically.
Still freaking the fuck out though.
All right, Explo, they didn't look for you, and they didn't notice you. So you sort of peek over the side, and you see this black thing attempting to meld with your companion. It's sort of pulling him in, and he's sort of like, no!
No! I'm gonna use 2 bomb charges, or you can just, like, decide how many bomb charges.
You can only
Basically-
use a maximum of 2 per turn, is what I'm saying.
Okay, 2 per turn. Okay, so is 2 bomb charges per turn basically good enough for 2 flashbangs practically just gaffer tape together?
Yes, you can put 2 of them together.
Okay, so I put them both together and I throw them at the guy who's trying to suck my friend.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, who's
That
trying to
came
suck
out
my friend.
really wrong.
Inside.
That came out
So that
really
when
wrong.
they blow and if he fails, he will be blown off the railing the same side of the railing that I am.
Okay, so you're attempting to do what he was trying to do before.
Yeah, but this time he has to make 2 dexterity saving throws instead of 1.
Me or the zombie?
Both of you, kinda.
Ah, fuck me.
Okay. Yes. Each creature. Yes, and they get blown 10
First
feet
one,
away.
I fail. Second one, I make.
So you will get
Oh, that's a constitution saving
jostled.
throw.
But they need to make one as well.
Yeah.
You said dexterity, but that's constitution.
What?
Yeah, it does say Constitution.
Oh, sorry. I read wrong
I'm
on
gonna
the...
look at his Constitution and roll again.
No!
Damn.
Okay, he had a +4, so it's fine.
Now I make it. Both of them.
However, the guy who is currently grappling you goes flying. And his grapple doesn't let go just because he goes flying. So
Your
you
plan
go
worked!
flying as well.
Your plan worked, Giovanni. This is what you wanted. Don't be angry.
Alright?
Yeah, I'm
You-
gonna use him as my impact pillow, so to say.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Since you want to do something mid-air, I'm gonna let you, both you and him, take a turn in the air before you land on the ground.
Squish.
I'm just basically gonna use him as my shield for the ground.
Alright?
Just let the
You
guy
can-
eat all the damage, and once we land, I just get up and try to get the fuck away.
Okay, so that is going to require you to make a athletics, because you're attempting to strength move him, and he's going
I'm
to
a
try
wimp.
to not do that.
I'm
So,
a wimp!
and he just barely beats you. So that does not happen.
Oh fuck, it's gonna hurt.
So he's just going to do what he wanted to do in the first place. He's going to attempt to meld with you. So you can make acrobatics with this one if you want. 18.
Don't fail, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail.
Alright.
I knew it!
So as you're falling, he just sort of takes your head and you're sort of pushing against him, and his hand is sort of clawed as it sort of just pushes you into it. You now are considered suffocating and
Uh-oh.
restrained.
Oh.
So you cannot move.
Oh.
And you cannot breathe.
Oh.
So you can attempt to escape on each of your turns, however you are considered restrained and suffocating.
I have ID. I have ID. I have ID.
Alright, so as that happens, the next thing that would inevitably happen happens. Lily, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Because these guys are falling on you.
Holy cow. All right.
And murder
Dexterity
that thing.
for the win. Damn it. Am I getting squished?
Alright, you also take this damage. Which is
How-
not good.
How much was it?
It's gonna be 10d6.
Wait, Don't I have a giant airbag around me now?
You're gonna take the damage because technically you failed the roll that would have been required to save you. So it's gonna hit the ground, and whatever damage it takes, you take as well.
Oh, bugger.
Why?
So
Lily's small. What? Should it really be that much? Can't we lower it like 5?
No.
you're breaking their fall, unfortunately.
Okay, let me calculate this.
I'm out.
So Lily is unconscious.
Uh,
This is going bad.
yeah.
This is the toned down version.
I know.
Oh my
Technically,
God.
the regular version was as soon as you guys attempted to leave that door, these 5 people were going to be at the entrance of the door, preventing you from leaving. And then they were going to chase you into the building.
We should have gone through the window and just... Wait, why didn't you tell us you had spider climb all along? We could have already built around the window, damn it! I just realized that!
However, Edo-san, are you conscious?
Currently still, yes, the very first round I'm still conscious.
Okay.
Suffocation.
Yes, you are currently suffocating, but technically you can hold your breath for your con modifier plus, like, 2 or something? Something outrageous like that?
Yes, 400 rounds!
No.
40 rounds! I can hold my breath for 40 rounds! Holy shit.
Yes, so technically you can hold your breath for a long time. So, just because it's suffocating you doesn't mean that you're instantly dead.
So do I see what's happening back there?
Make a perception check, because you didn't care, you just ran away. So, if you perceive it, I'll give it to you.
30?
Yeah, you see it. Yeah, you see, you were running away for all those turns, and you now turn around and you see the tail end of this black thing just go on top of Lily.
Okay.
And you don't see Lily stand back up immediately, so you assume something bad just happened.
Okay, I will do this then. I will just do a religion check to see which way I should go. I'll just
Okay,
keep
sure.
my blood down and see which way it flows.
Okay. It just sort of runs like normal. Either your god... You take this to mean either your god cannot communicate at this moment, or is choosing not to. Perhaps it's allowing you to make your own decision in this moment.
No, that's not
That's
happening.
another interpretation, but you can interpret it however you like.
Did you die, Giovanni?
Nope, I'm still alive.
I'm not dead, I'm just knocked out.
Then it worked. Kind of.
No, it didn't!
How?
I'm currently suffocating for 40 rounds. Well, I'm still alive.
Yeah, you can
We're
still try to
suffocating.
escape.
And I have the perfect tool for it.
Why are you suffocating?
He
That
is
thing
inside the
stuck me in
creature.
himself.
He's inside a creature and he still took that much damage.
Yes. Like I said before, I have a giant epic. No, you're gonna take the damage, Matt, you said. I was like, fuck!
Yes, because you are considered to be the same creature as the creature. So if someone else attacked it, you would technically take damage.
Have I made my way down?
You are going down on your turn. However,
No.
we're currently on Tabaki, who is deciding whether or not he should go back.
Did you ask the blood?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
I
did.
asked it. It didn't speak to me. I'm so sad now. I'm just gonna sit down on the
Technically,
ground.
it's only because you rolled so low on your religion check.
I know.
But
I will spend one turn just running back, and then I'll see what happens. And I'll
Okay.
also be on lookout for any other things that I might use when I run back again, like
Okay.
alleyways or potholes or whatever.
Sure. I'll get you to make a perception check again later, but for now, you're running back.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lily is unconscious. Or
Yeah.
are you past 0?
I am past 0 by
Okay.
5.
Making
Not very
death
much.
saving throws.
Right.
So, make your first one.
Oh, sad
That's
times.
At
failure.
least it's not a nat 1.
Right.
All right. So, Explo, you managed to get to the bottom of the wall.
On my
However,
turn?
you were pretty much at the top of the wall. So that takes your entire turn.
I can't do anything when I get down.
No. Unfortunately, you had to double move in order to get there. So your action is used up.
You're gonna be fine, Lily. Just don't roll a nat 1.
Yeah, if I roll in that one, I'm dead outright.
Edo-san, you are trapped within the creature.
Wait, I can't move, right?
You are considered restrained. You can use an action to attempt to escape.
Okay. Well, here we go. Flippy floppy flop flop.
Alright, it gets to roll against you. And of course, its strength is its highest stat, so it's not going to use anything else. 21,
Of course he
so
is.
you are still considered restrained and suffocating.
Fun.
With
Is the
no
creature
problem
still
for my
alive?
health.
Yes, it's not hurting you, but they may not know this, that if the creature gets hurt, you also get hurt, which is why you got hurt. Yes, it is now the enemy's turn, and the black creature just sort of goes and stands back up, and it starts looking around. Let's see if it can make a perception check.
Of course, it can make one.
I mean, succeed is what I meant to say. Okay. So, it has a -2 wisdom, so it's not too smart. It looks around. It sees Lily on the ground, and nothing else currently.
And I look delicious.
So it
Mm.
sort of just looks down. It attempts to grapple Lily, which Lily cannot resist, so it succeeds. That's unfortunate. So,
Should it have to do a roll or something to make sure it actually picks me up?
unfortunately, it's a contested roll, which means you roll against his strength, and if it gets higher than you, then it succeeds. And since you cannot resist, it automatically rolls higher than you. Because you're unconscious, so you can't resist.
I know, but it could still roll a 1 and, like, not pick me up.
If it rolls a 1, it's considered less than 1. So whatever number it shows, it's considered less than that, but technically you automatically roll less than that.
I spit at it emotionally.
Unfortunately, that's how unconscious works.
I don't want to meld with it.
The creatures up top all look down. The one with the sunglasses sort of just tilts his glasses and goes, and just walks back across the ledge. And the bigger one with the weapon sort of just walks over and starts looking. So now it is Ally's turn, which means
Okay.
Tabaki, you can make a roll.
There on this turn, or
Unfortunately, you took like 3 turns to run away, so you're not there yet.
sure.
So you did return.
Yeah, I've been running back. I mean,
However,
you
you still get to make your perception check to see if you see any escape routes.
23.
Alright, with that, yes, you see an obvious escape route. You don't know why you guys didn't go this way, other than the fact that you were being followed by giants, which you made a couple perception checks. You see that the giants are still fighting, and they are also fighting another giant. So they're currently in a battle.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like the giant that you guys were fighting in the room. However, it managed to get away. And it's got seen by the other giants, and the other giants are now fighting it. So, you do see like a manhole cover that would lead to the underground.
Yeah, I'll just keep it in mind as I get closer.
Alright? So, Lily, unfortunately, you need to make another saving throw.
Yeah. Yay!
One success, one failure.
This is fine.
Explo, you see this creature just sort of, and then look over, see Lily, and just go pick her up.
Wild creature of the night, no. So it's kind of like mushy, right?
It is very mushy.
Very mushy. How far away am
Considering
I?
it just sort of went and squished
How
Edo-san inside
how
its
far
body.
away am I?
You are within 10 feet of it.
10 feet. Okay, I
So you
run
can
up to
easily
it.
use your movement to get up to it if you wanted to.
No, I run up to it and I stick a flashbang inside of its chest.
Okay. So it needs to roll a Constitution save, which is +4.
Somehow.
It rolled a 20.
Damn it! Yeah, but what
Shoot.
about Giovanni?
Giovanni
Lily.
is considered to be the same creature as this creature at the moment.
Oh, what about Lily?
Lily cannot save. So, you know what? I'm going to roll a d2. And if I get a 2, it'll be let go. If I get a 1, then it will be holding on. Because technically it's still able to hold on, even if it succeeds on this. But I'll give you a present. Unfortunately, it remains holding on to Lily. Alright, and as that happens, it is now enemy turn. The black creature just goes. It tries to push it inside itself, but realizing there's already something in the way, it gets confused. I mean, that's its best ability, so it was going to try it again. It's not that smart. So it just sort of goes, and it doesn't work. The creatures above are still looking down, and the one with the weapon is setting up its large Gatling gun.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
And it's attempting to aim down at you guys, but it takes a little bit for its weapon to turn on, if you will. So you still have some time. Alright, so it's Tabaki's first.
Okay, so I assume I reach Lily with my movement, or the creature.
You reach the creature. However,
Okay.
you are out of an action in order to get there.
Okay. In that case, I will. I will. Instead of using my action to dash, I will use my action to command Lily's unconscious corpse to move towards me.
Yes, you do have that ability. You
Yes.
do have that ability. Because technically he can command anything that's unconscious to move.
Oh god.
So it should
It is
charge
called
towards
Blood
me.
Puppet, so he controls your blood to force you to move. However, she is grappled, which means that she gets to make a grapple check before she can move. but she still gets. It's still better than nothing.
Athletics?
Yes. It rolled lower than you, so it lets you go. And
yeah.
No.
unnaturally moving away from him. However, at that moment,
before she leaves, she also gets a melee attack to just
you can make her make a melee attack and move.
Yeah. It's part of the ability. It's like one melee attack and half their movement in any direction.
Okay, perfect.
So if
So
you
you
want to
make
roll
a
your
melee
battle,
attack against it. So whichever melee attack you choose.
So basically, I have no summoning sickness?
For now.
no. But just
Oh.
one though. So that's...
Just one.
You.
Unfortunately, 10 does not hit it. As you do, well, technically it hits it, but it counts as a miss. You come into contact with it, you chop its arm off, but then suddenly its arm just goes, and then goes back to its normal size.
And yeah, I get ready to pick up Lily's corpse, I guess. That's my turn.
However, it is Lily's turn, and she gets to make a death saving throw. Natural 20, which means you revive with 1 hit point.
And I just point back towards the manhole cover.
However, here's what you wake up to. You're sort of like going like this as you wake up, and you're walking. And then you gain consciousness, and you can take your turn.
Ah! What's going on?
Head that way, you're dying.
And I assume you run in the direction he points?
Correct.
Alright. She starts running away, crying almost.
Do I have my full movement? Do I have double movement?
You have your movement, and if you choose to take your action to use your movement, you can do that as well.
Dash action. Ah! Aerosol, come back! Ah! Aerosol, I miss you! Ah! 70 feet opposite direction, or direction that I was pointed to.
If this were an anime, she'd have that tear trailing behind her.
Yeah.
As she was running away.
You should make it to at least the alleyway, right?
She is in that direction. She's sort of standing next on the corner of a building, and the thing is in an alleyway between a building and something else.
And then I shout out to Explo, because I haven't seen our son yet. I will just shout out to Explo that I found an exit, and I point to the same direction.
However, Aeroson, you do not hear it, but Explo does. Because you cannot hear anything. You're inside a creature.
Can I respond?
If only I had DT. if I had DT.
Well, it's your turn now, Explorer, isn't it? So
both of our artificers do not have their
Mechanical servants.
Yes. So you are handicapping yourself technically.
Yay.
Yes. That's why you need to take your bear with you, damn it.
Then where's your TT then?
In another plane.
Well, that's not my fault.
Technically,
it's your
he
fault
did
that you didn't take your freaking bear with you.
Technically, you both made a mistake that led to...
We can't argue about this. You're suffocating.
Technically, both of you made a mistake that led to you leaving your mechanical servants elsewhere.
Yes.
Both of you made a mistake that led to
I yelled to Tabaki that Erosan is inside the gooey monster thingy.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
To take your turn?
I'm gonna take my turn. I'm gonna try the same again. The whole point is to like try and push the flashbang inside, so that if it goes off, then Giovanni will be like pushed out.
Alright, you can stick the thing inside. However, before you do that, I have to roll a d2. And it succeeds. So you manage to push the bomb inside, and it doesn't go off, it doesn't burn out, so that way it doesn't explode. It actually manages to succeed in exploding, is what I was rolling to see. As if it just fizzled out and didn't do anything. Because it's technically, if you put it inside the creature is mushy and it could put the fire out. So, roll me up. Let's see what it does. It rolls a 6. However, since the creature and him are considered the same creature, it just flies back. He doesn't come out of it.
Are you kidding me?
Fortunately, no.
And no matter what we do to the creature, we also hurt Giovanni.
If you deal damage to it, it deals damage to Geo.
I'm
Does
sorry,
your
Gio. We're gonna have to kill you.
No!
Well, does your character know?
However, Lily, you are too far away. You can't roll
No, my
attacks
character
against
don't
it.
know.
Lily ain't sticking around.
For some reason, you rolled 4 battle axe attacks.
Yeah, she discarded up the thing, didn't you see?
I'm sorry. I have a laptop and it's stupid.
Yeah, and you wasted a critical hit, too.
I know.
Oh no! That's gonna be my critical as well.
And really good ones too, right?
Alright, so, here's what's happening. Ero-san, do you wish to escape or just die?
Escape,
Ah.
escape, escape.
Uh,
I can't move since I'm restrained, so yes, here we go.
Alright, it's rolling again.
17.
You manage to escape. However, when you do so, you appear in its hands. Because technically it has 2 grapples on you.
Scream at the top of our lungs for Lily.
And you're sort of in its arms still. As you
Wait,
begin to
hold
escape,
on.
it
hold
tries
on.
to grapple you
Wait.
back, and then you
Well-
escape out into its
One
arms.
moment. You guys, you know that I never gave the orb back to Lily, right?
Yeah.
Right, you still have
So-
it.
Yes.
Technically, everything in his possession also goes into the creature.
Oh, nuts.
So if you leave me, you lose the orb.
what is all your stuff inside the creature?
No, it's on me.
It comes out when he comes out. So technically, I'm not saying that you guys are considering this, but technically, if you kill the creature with him inside it, you could just pick his belongings out of the creature.
Ooh, just like in Zelda.
Get all that viscous on us? Ugh.
Let's just leave the orb there. It's better for the shadow creatures anyway.
Either way, it is... Ero-san, you managed to use your action to escape the creature. You still have... Your movement is considered 0, however. But you still have a bonus action that you can now use, if you can do anything with it.
That's the thing, I can't do Jack all with it, because I already have Shield Faith.
Alright?
And I don't think I can use my Ticket of Endless Water.
We could try.
I mean, you are currently only considered grappled.
So yeah, I'm gonna do something that's gonna be total bad, but that's going to have him roll a DC 13 strength check as I shout at the top of my lungs, geyser, pointing the end of the beacon at the creature.
Fair enough.
He makes
It rolled
it.
a 23. Yeah, so if you guys are not familiar with what this thing is by now,
Yeah, I
this
do.
This is a molded from Resident Evil 7. And it's just sort of getting sprayed in the face. And then it stops spraying, and it attempts to mold with you or meld with you again.
Oh, I have to go for at least 10 minutes, maybe longer. I will be back as soon as I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you're in the
Okay.
sewer, so that's fine.
You're trying to save me here.
I
You have
never
to roll
left you
higher than an
behind. You just
18.
didn't jump.
Yeah, you should have just jumped.
Roll an
You know?
18. Oh god, I need to roll a deck stack.
You made this super
Acrobatics.
complicated.
Yes!
Alright. It does not absorb you again. Alright, so now it's the enemy's turn again, still. The other ones are still looking over the edge at you. However, the other thing is setting up its Gatling gun, and
Doom and death, you mean?
it's beginning to spin.
Oh. Wait, I have a living shield in front of me.
Or you
You
could be
do?
the living shield for it.
Hatch.
You have to determine that on your turn or escape its grapple.
Yeah, I'm
get to
gonna escape
choose.
and run, run, and run.
Yes. However, it is currently your ally's turn.
Okay.
Help
So
him,
I
Tabaki.
will, yeah, I will just grab our son and I will drag him with me.
Alright?
How can you drag me with you if I'm grappled, so you're dragging that
He's
thing with you
forcing
as well?
a grapple check. So he
Yes,
is
I'm
helping
grabbing
you
you
with your
over.
grapple check, basically.
Okay.
So you get to roll whatever you're rolling against his grapple check with advantage.
And I'm just
Okay.
And he rolled a
grabbing
20. So do good. However, you do not succeed. So you cannot drag him with you. The creature is holding on too strong.
Punch it in the
Okay,
face or
I mean-
something.
That's my action. I mean, it's an action to grapple, so I will. Yeah, how much of my movement do I have left?
A grapple is an attack. Don't you have multi-attack? Of extra attack?
No, I am
Okay.
a cleric.
Okay.
I just
Okay,
do
so
it.
your movement, you had to use a full movement to get to him.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's my turn then.
Alright. X-Flow.
This time, this gotta work. I don't stick the grenade inside the guy's face, but I kind of just like poke it so it just barely hangs with the fuse still outside of him.
Okay.
So, Constitution. And
rolls
you
a
have to do
natural
that
one.
as well, Giovanni.
Yes, Aeroson is considered outside of the creature now.
So,
So you can-
Constitution.
You both fly 10 feet
Oh.
away from each other.
Yay!
Alright, Tabaki, you go flying 10 feet.
Yeah, I fly back 10 feet.
I do that as
And
well.
the
because
creature
I
goes
was
flying 10
straight in
feet.
the face.
However, Erosan, you just get a bright flash of white light in front of you, and you're just sort of standing there,
Yeah,
as if
just go
nothing
like-
happened.
I have lived through enough explosions to know what to do.
It doesn't deal damage, so you don't get hurt. It just would have thrown you 10 feet away if you wouldn't have saved.
And he is also knocked prone. You
Yes.
too, Tabaki.
Yes, Tabaki is
Yeah.
knocked prone. Okay, so it has half movement. And it is now Aerosan's turn.
Let's run to the manhole, I say.
Yeah, and I'll say
I
that
grab
X-Flow
my
runs away.
artificer buddy and
Alright.
just go for the manhole.
The creature attempts to stand up, and it does so. And it moves half its movement. However, it still is able to double move, so it uses a dash. And it gets within range, unfortunately. No, it doesn't, actually. No, it's not. Because you guys double moved. It's hard to picture, slightly. But either way, it doesn't get to you. However, now that you guys have taken so many turns, Lily is behind the wall. Tabaki, Edosan, and Explo, you each need to make dexterity saving throws.
Can I do one more thing?
Sure.
Depends
Hope.
on what it is.
Smoke grenade?
Unfortunately, it's not your turn, so
Damn it.
you already used your action on your previous turn. So
Well, I have full health, but my buddies don't.
20!
Dexterity?
Yep.
yes,
Oh, fuck me in the anus. Fuck!
That's what you
Actually, I
get
will
when
use-
you're not a gunsmith.
I will use Sanguine Guardian to give my shield 4 more AC for a turn, which increases my dex thanks to my feet.
okay.
So meaning you have 4 more decks.
Yeah, so I have 18 on the save.
Okay. Unfortunately, Explo does not have such an ability and takes this to the teeth.
Ooh.
Alright, take 4 damage.
Yeah, you only take 4 damage because you saved. Or you
Same
used
here.
that to help you save.
So I also take 4 damage? Oh,
No,
use
no,
that
no.
to... Okay.
My ability.
No, he used a special ability to add to his AC, basically.
Okay.
It's my magic item, pretty much.
Yeah, he has a shield that he can increase his AC with the shield by hurting himself for one
Okay.
turn.
Sounds logical.
Yeah, I gave him a pretty powerful magical item, and instead of taking any other item, he chose this one that increases his AC.
Yeah,
If
and
he
I got a
hurts himself.
chicken.
However, you
Oh,
are
that's what you want to do.
so I'm going to roll a d10 to determine whether or not the chicken gets hit.
You don't dare!
He does dare.
Oh, you brought it up. So.
Fortunately, you did not get a natural one, so the chicken doesn't get hit. But you take some damage from this. You get to take some damage.
Oh
You take 19 damage as a spray of bullets just emanates from his weapon and hails down upon this area. Everyone else manages to get out of the direct threat range of this. However, you just get hit a couple of times.
That's no problem. I'm used to this. They
Right.
usually use this kind of tech in the banks.
Um,
I'm used to getting shot at.
however, you notice that possibly could have hit your chicken. However, you
No.
just barely managed to move the chicken out of the way of the ones that were going to hit you, and then they hit you instead.
Looking like a drunk Jack Sparrow just running away with the chicken in my hands.
For some reason, at the moment, the chicken trusts you, so it's not struggling against you.
Well,
Which,
it
if you
can't,
would have failed
because
your
half
animal
of the chicken
handling
is
check,
inside my bag of holding.
if you would have failed your animal handling check before, it would have been struggling. At this
I got
moment.
a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
A chicken, apparently.
Oh god, I wasn't expecting that one.
Alright, so you guys continue running. However, Explo is the furthest away due to the fact that he had to use his action. Actually, both Tabaki and Explo are still in the threat range,
Yeah.
so you need to make dexterity saving throws. Both of you.
Are you saying that I used my action as a dexterity throw?
No.
Save?
No, you need to make another one before you get into the safe zone.
Yeah, but isn't like my turn again, so I can't throw a smoke bomb? Or
Oh, did you want to throw a smoke bomb?
yeah. Because
Okay.
then he can't see us.
Then the dexterity saving throw would be at advantage.
That's good. Well, not too much.
All right. Explode.
Advantage, right?
Dexterity saving throw. All right. This time, Explo saves. However, Tabaki, you get hit for 18.
I'm still up. It's
Oh,
fine.
thank God. I can carry you.
You're just you're focusing on your blood god in your mind, and it's probably one of the few things that's keeping you animate at the moment. You assume, anyway. Because if you weren't as powerful as you were, then you'd probably be dead a long time ago. So, but you're assuming that your god is aiding you in trying to escape. And at that moment, you guys manage to get around the corner. And you hear, and then you just hear.
No.
So it slowed the gun down because it realized that you guys are behind a wall and it can't shoot through it. So
the gun didn't go scream, pop, pop, pop. No.
No. Hold
it
on.
already did that.
Let me teach it something how to really use a gun. Let me see if I optimize actually my weapon already for with my level, because I do know this ability also increases with my levels.
Well, it depends on what level you are.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm checking.
9.
You're level 9. Yeah.
No, I did not upgrade it.
Well, then you will have to wait till your next long rest.
No,
to
it's
upgrade.
it's a magical attack, so that way upgrade it. So automatically gets 1 more point in its damage category, so to say.
Okay. Well, technically you haven't been rolling with that, so...
So let's show it how it's really done. Give him a quick, hard hit in the face.
Me?
I-
However,
like
as
that.
soon as you turn around the corner, its
needs to
weapon
spin
was
up.
still spinning slightly because it was expecting that perhaps it will stick its head back out, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but there's smoke. So he
That
gets
means he gets
advantage.
24.
advantage. However, 24 saves anyway. So you do not shoot, but you had to move back behind the wall.
Okay, we're waiting. We're escaping. Where's the manhole?
You see the manhole in the middle of this road.
Fetch.
So you can walk like another movement's worth of movement and get to it.
I'm going to move up to it.
Alright. Unfortunately, as soon as you open this manhole, there is no ladder, so you would take fall damage to get to the bottom. Unless if you come up with some other way.
Where's Lonnie? I mean, Lily.
Lily is with you guys.
Hi, I'm with you guys.
However, it looks like she came back like she said she would, so. Promises kept!
None of you guys have had my health drug yet, so I'm gonna do Giovanni first. That's 21 health for you.
Right.
22 health for Lily.
And
If
22.
you accept to drink it, of course.
Yeah, basically, Explo is like, here's a thing that's gonna heal you. You can take it or leave it.
I gargle it
Yoink.
real hard, real fast.
Alright, so
That's just how I like it.
you're falling, the damage, you feel like perhaps you have a fractured bone that heals in this moment. Both of you.
Oh,
Nice.
God, horrid.
Just hear the crackling noise as it snaps back.
You just feel like this slight, but then your wound is healed via this drink.
And how?
It doesn't feel good to have it healed, but it's healed now. It's like setting a bone back in place or
Ugh.
putting a dislocated arm back in place, this healing, but it
That hurts like hell.
you
Yes.
know that it helped you by putting that back in place magically.
Thank you.
Tell
Thank you,
guys,
Expo.
we don't have
You're
time.
welcome. No, we
Take
all
care,
need a
drink.
long rest before any of us can use that again.
Tell you
Sorry.
all, we don't.
Sorry, Tabaki, everyone was talking over you.
Yeah, I'll just say we don't have time to drink here all day. Are you going in the manhole or not?
They
There's a
both
problem
drank.
with the
They
manhole.
don't care. They both drank before they go.
I go in the
Okay.
manhole cover. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Alright?
Jump.
me too.
We all go down.
Alright. So
I am. Does the spider climb still work on me?
how long
didn't
does it last?
It didn't say.
Should say.
And I always copy paste all of the text from where I find the spells. And it didn't
Oh,
say how
fine.
much. Wait a minute. Actually, maybe it's just me that's completely retarded.
1 hour concentration, so you need to make con checks to see if it's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need to make a
I'll
lot of
get you to
contracts.
make one con save due to the fact that you got hit once.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's
and
not-
how much damage did he take?
Less than
eight-
one.
19, I think.
Okay, so you have it. You have it. You can still do it.
Okay, cool. So when everybody else jumped down, I kind of like walk on the side and I take the manhole cover, and I'm guessing there's no walls on the sides for me to walk down.
Yeah, it's basically like a huge open area, so you just sort of, as you're spider climbing, you just sort of walk like in an impossible angle, and your foot just lands on the ceiling, and then your other foot just walks and lands on the ceiling. So you're currently standing on the ceiling
Yeah,
of
well,
this other area.
I bend down then and put the manhole cover back on,
Alright, fair enough.
just to be safe.
But since he's the only one with spider climb on, the rest of you take.
Wait, is there no ladder?
There's no ladder. That's
Why
what
do
I
you think I
said.
gave you healing grog?
I just said there was no ladder.
Oh, bugger.
You all take 6.
I'm still
That's
up.
not too bad.
I can fall one more time.
Alright, so you guys are at the bottom.
I got a couple more falls in me.
Yeah, that could have knocked me out. but
I
it
have a
didn't.
lot of falls in me of that height.
I
Alright.
just use smarts and don't get hit.
And he just sort of walks along the ceiling and then walks along the wall and then walks on the floor. To get back to you guys.
Spider,
will-
what?
Start running back in
Spider
the direction.
something, spider something.
Spider climb.
Have we been in this room before?
No.
Can you tell me a
But,
little bit more about it?
You are currently in what looks like perhaps what may have been a sewer
Uh-huh.
maintenance area for the foundation of the city, which is currently sitting on clouds. Perhaps it's a place where they go to fix like the foundation of the place or make sure the clouds aren't becoming less corporeal or whatever causes the city to float, things of that nature.
So this is where the rain happens, right? Sorry, that was funny in my brain.
But either way, it's just a large empty area that's 20 feet high and 15 feet wide.
So, do we know how to get back to the farm from here now?
Oh no.
In the
Yeah.
direction of the farm, like the farm was west, wasn't it? Or south?
I'm saying I don't remember exactly, but I'm gonna say that it's on the western side. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you have to go
I'll
west from here. However, you're in an underground tunnel network, so it might be kind of hard to keep track of where you're going.
So, is that survival then?
When
Yeah,
you
I
guys
can-
choose to move,
if you want to help me explore.
Yeah, who has the best survival? Who is the most
No,
wise? You? Yeah, I help you with your survival check.
Okay. That is 23.
Oh my god, you have a 9 plus the survival.
Yes, he's. I guess he is actually proficient in survival. That would pretty much be the only way that would be possible. But yes, he has a nut in survival. So, when you guys choose to leave, it seems as though Tabaki has a lead on which way you guys should go. So do you guys wish to leave immediately or
Yeah.
stay in this area?
Do you want to take a
No.
long rest in here, or do you want to like skedaddle?
Skedaddle to the farm and take a
Skedaddle.
long rest.
They be coming for us here.
He's sort of like using some of his blood that's already dripping off of his many wounds, and he's
Plenty
just
of
sort of
blood.
looking at the ground, seeing where he should go, and he seems to know where he's going.
Okay, let's rock and roll, boys.
If you guys want to, I still have 2 spell slots which I can use cure wounds through the orb.
Yeah, go for it.
All right,
Okay,
when
so
you
I'm-
cast Cure Wounds through the orb, everybody gets the healing that you put out, rather than just one person.
So that's
Just-
1d8
just
for
roll,
each. 2d8 for each, since I'm gonna just use both of the.
All right, so roll your dice.
If you use both, it's 2d8 plus 10, because it's first level spells. They double.
Okay.
Also, I will note to you that none of your spells seem to have time on them.
2d8 plus 10.
Yeah, because you're using 2 first level.
It would say duration in your spells.
I can't be. I think I did something wrong.
Yeah, like R space.
So,
and
how,
then
what did you want to
2d8.
roll? How many points?
All right.
He got it.
I had
He
space.
accidentally put a space between 2 and D. That's all.
Yeah.
So, each of you heal 16 hit points.
Woohoo!
My
I'm nearly at
savior.
full. I'm nearly at
Really,
full.
though, he's healed you more than you've healed yourself, which is not something you're used to. Your character's used to more healing herself than... Because she's usually the healer in the...
Aren't you a cleric?
Yes, she
And a
is.
cleric.
No, she's
Paladin.
a paladin.
I'm a paladin.
She's the
So
smite.
you guys have, like, 4 healers on your team, potentially. Which is insanity.
That's the whole team, you mean?
Yes, 4 people. You are one of those 4.
Congratulations.
So yes, all 4 of you can cast Cure Wounds, which is insanity. But either way, you guys continue on. And he goes down branching paths in this underground network of tunnels. Each time you get to a branch, he sort of just drips a little bit of blood from his still existing wounds, because he still has more wounds than just those. And he just sort of looks at the ground and then chooses a direction. It seems almost random, but it seems to be getting you in the right direction. So you trust him for now, and then eventually he just looks up after he drips his blood on the ground, and you assume that there's a manhole, you, as in the rest of the group. However, Tabaki looks up and sees that there's a manhole cover above you, and again, there's no ladder. It seems as though the people who live here usually have wings, so they can fly down, so they don't need
That's
ladders.
How tall is actually the roof?
20 feet. It's 20 feet up.
Is there a wall nearby so I can, or have we been walking for over an hour?
You've been walking for over an hour.
Damn
But
it.
if you have any spells left, then you can use them. But
I
assume you
have
don't.
1 spell slot left,
Yeah,
and
I'll
I
look
can
at
use
you,
Spider Climb.
because you're the smallest, so I'll just motion
What you
towards
could
the
do-
X-flow.
Yeah.
And do you
He's
want to
gonna-
get thrown up?
Well, with my head first into a manhole.
Well, no, I'll through it, not into it.
Basically, he's trying to do one of those like Looney Tune cartoon things where your head just goes through the manhole and you're just on top suddenly.
Yeah, and inside of a giant pack of zombies. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And if you were in a Looney Tunes cartoon, you would probably squished like an accordion. But
Does
you're
anybody
not.
here have a rope?
What you,
Yeah, we
what you
all should
planning?
have ropes.
I don't have ropes. I know I don't have ropes.
I have rope.
Yeah, I gave him all kinds of stuff, and he did not want ropes. Apparently.
Yeah, I have a lot of rope. I have a lot of rope.
Wait. So, do you give me a lot of rope?
I'm just gonna
I
let
have-
you know that Spider Climb, you can cast it on any one of your companions who might be stronger to hold the rope.
Hold the rope?
Yes, like when you get to the top, somebody has to hold the rope.
So there's not like a peg at the end of it, so I can just like.
You
throw it
might
down
be
the
able to
street?
use something like that.
You need
But
a
that's up to
grappling
you
hook
guys.
for that.
Well, we're artificers, and I still have bomb charges. Give me some of your damn scrap metal, and I'll make a damn grappling hook.
After
Out of
I saw
bomb.
deceive.
Hmm?
He'll make a grappling hook out of bombs.
Yeah, potentially
'Cause
explosive.
that won't go bad at all.
Of course it won't go
I can see
bad.
how I can't see how that goes bad. Okay, who has the best strength then? Lily, probably.
I'm a 14. All my stats are in charisma.
Okay.
Believe me, you're stronger than me.
I have a 16.
Yep, 16's right there.
And I can bless myself.
Breath.
Bless. BLESS. Hashtag blessed.
I'm
Okay
blessed.
then. So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Okay. I'm gonna make a little disc with
This.
disc with 2 flashbangs inside. I'm gonna cast the spider climb on you. You get the rope, and I turn on the bomb so that you kind of fly into the ceiling, or get blown into the ceiling, more likely.
If you cast spider climb, can I not just walk up?
There's no walls.
There is
I
walls.
mean, there is.
I asked you if there were walls, and you said no.
You asked me if there were walls, and then another question happened, and then I said no.
Well, then no
It's
problem.
still a tunnel. It's still an underground tunnel.
Spider climb on Tabaki.
All right,
Yeah, I
Tabaki,
will,
you currently have spider climb.
I will lift the manhole cover then.
All right,
Oh,
he just
shit! I
sort of
should have
walked
tried doing
up
it
the
through the
wall.
orb while everybody was holding it. Can we still do that?
You can try
Or-
that. It might
Yeah,
work.
I try that. Everybody. Oh shit! What if just one of us gets it? Nah, it's still worth a try. We try it.
All right,
Still
I'm
worth a
gonna roll
shot.
a d4.
Roll d4.
Me?
Actually, I'm gonna roll another d4, and everyone's gonna choose a number. I forgot that part.
Oh.
2.
4, I guess.
3.
Apparently. All right, whoever chose 4, they get it.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, not all spells work that way.
Of course. Why not? Give me the ladder, I guess. So I start walking up the wall, and I gently lift the manhole cover and take a little peek outside.
Make a perception check. As
What
you're
if
standing
I don't
on
want
the
to make a
ceiling,
perception
sort of
check?
bending down, looking up.
I'm bending down, looking up at the street. Down at
Yes.
the street.
Well, from your character's perspective, it's down, but from reality's perspective, it's up.
11.
You don't see anything in the street.
Well, so there's definitely not a horde.
You definitely do not see one or hear one.
Nice.
I'm gonna be as vague as possible here.
I look out the
A lot
other
of
side
sound
of the
happens and you
manhole.
get killed.
I
Of
look
course.
out the other side of the manhole.
All right, you look out that side. You don't see anything.
Does he smell anything?
No, he does not. Other than stone, which is what the road is made out of.
No sounds, no smell of rotten flesh.
Not currently.
Yay.
I mean,
Probably
at any
having
second they could get within range and you could smell it, but do you usually make actions that way? Based on that?
Okay. I walk. I take off the manhole cover
Alright.
thingy. I get up on the street.
You walk, you sort of do that cool, like the camera is sort of looking at you as you sort of flip around and it does a cool camera trick. I'm
Before
sure
he
you're familiar.
will cast a spell on a cantrip.
Sure.
So you have 3 for your next roll.
Okay.
Alright. So who's gonna climb up first?
I'm not finished yet.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna pull down or let down the rope thingy, and I'm gonna put the manhole cover on the end of it, and I'm gonna use a bomb charge.
Okay.
To use a fire grenade just to make it really hot, not explode, just hot, and try to melt the manhole cover to the street.
You're gonna meld it, or
I'm gonna melt the manhole cover over the end of the rope thingy.
Okay. There's a few things that could go wrong with that. However,
I know, which is
I'm
why I'm
going
gonna
to
still
allow
hold...
you to do that, and it works. And it may seem like I'm being generous. However, you still have to hold the rope.
Yeah, well,
and you have to make a strength check at advantage, which is athletics. So whoever climbs up first, depending on who you are, determines the DC of this. Because technically, all of you weigh different weights.
So
do it first.
We can do it we can just do it at the D4 roll then. So Voodoo Priest first, then
So it's 1d3 since, well, you're already up there, aren't you, Mr. Spider Climb?
Yeah, but I used 4, so 1 is Voodoo Priest, 2 was you, Giovanni, 3 is Lonnie, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
All right.
So Tabaki, start climbing, and I'll try not to drop yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, you have an extra 3.
Yeah.
All right, roll your
14 plus 3, so 17.
All right. Luckily, you just barely managed to hold on long enough.
Oh, Jesus.
As your feet are about to slip into the hole, as Tabaki's hand just grabs the side and his other hand sort of just pushes you back so that way you don't fall in. And he manages to climb up.
And I will help you hold it because I have higher strength.
Alright, so since he has higher strength, then you would be wise to help him rather than him help you.
I'm helping him hold the rope now.
Alright, so who's next? DC changes. We still haven't determined who's next.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was you then me.
Alright, you start climbing up.
Oh yeah, before I do that, I pat Lily on the shoulder and give her a jump, for the case the rope can't hold her.
Alright.
I'm a halfling. I'm a halfling.
Jump.
Okay.
Because we were ready.
Technically, you are a halfling, but you are in heavy armor.
I'm still adorable sized.
So that's why the jump That's why the jump is.
I don't think the ladder will Think about that.
Yeah, so I'm coming up.
All right, you start climbing. However, Edo-san, as soon as you get halfway, you don't realize this, but the other two do. The rope catches fire. It
Jesus,
starts burning
criminally, really?
because he melted metal on top of it, and metal needs to get pretty hot in order to melt.
Can
So
I
you guys notice that the rope is on fire.
run towards the manhole cover and grab the edge that's not on fire?
I think we're both doing that.
If you let go of the rope, you know that the rope will snap and Edo-san will fall.
Well, I won't let go of
He's
the
about
rope. Then.
halfway up. He doesn't know that this is happening, by the way.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So he's just sort of climbing.
So Tabaki is jumping to get the rope, and I am still holding on.
All right.
You know what? Instead of that, let's just do what Tabaki would do. I'm gonna take out my leg over the burning rope, and I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
Trying
Make
to
a religion.
Put out the fire with blood.
All right.
I
Deal
take
damage.
5 piercing damage.
All right. And it bleeds onto the rope. The rope is snuffed. However, you have a feeling that this might happen again fairly soon, just due to the heat of the manhole cover on top of the rope.
It worked.
Can I haven't read too much about the alchemy jug. Make water and pour it on it,
Yeah, big water. A lot of
or
it.
does that take like a long time or something?
No.
Does it instantly appear?
I
The
don't know.
There's a mug of water, like 1 gallon or something. Instantly.
Okay, so I use my alchemy jug,
All
which I
right.
can't press for some reason, and make water.
Okay. The water is made. You have about 1 gallon.
I pour it on the manhole cover.
All right. It instantly cools down enough so that way the problem of it catching on fire isn't a problem. However, Tabaki, you didn't expect him to do this because he didn't communicate this to you as he was doing it. So you need to make a strength saving throw without advantage because he let go of the rope.
But the manhole cover is
Yes.
still there.
5.
All right.
That's another 2.
So, Edo-san, you are about 3/4 up the rope when suddenly
Hi, guys.
you hear
We just see her head poking out.
snap, where the part of the rope that was burning was weakened, and Tabaxi could not hold on to the rope after it snapped, and you begin free falling.
Bye, guys.
And you cast jump on me, correct?
Yep.
Already. All right, cool.
So I'm gonna say you take 2d6 because you're high enough up. So you
can
take
I
11 damage.
can I attempt to jump up and catch him?
I'll say that you were watching and were perhaps ready.
Okay.
I'll say you need to catch him, so make an athletics check.
Athletics. 23.
All right, you managed to catch him, no problem.
Cool.
Alice Bueller, you're my hero.
She lands on the ground perfectly fine, and you are sort of in the someone holding you pose. So she's got her arm underneath underneath your knees and your other arm on your back, as you are currently being held by someone who's like half the size as you, and she doesn't look like she's straining at all.
You're welcome.
You okay, Lily? Not too much pressure onto you.
I'm fine. Thank you.
You sure?
You're welcome.
Thanks.
I saved you.
And she just sort of, you can keep holding him if you want.
Da 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 da.
So what do you want to do?
Come here, cat.
I am Only getting out of her hold so that she doesn't have to hold me constantly.
Didn't
Right.
you have rope?
So
Rebecca?
he just awkwardly gets out of your arms.
As awkward as I am.
Even more so.
You think
Because-
you're awkward?
Because again, you were being held by someone like it's like looking at a 6-year-old holding a full-grown male.
A 3-year-old. I
You
use
know
the
what?
same. I use the same dimensions as my kid for this character because it.
Oh god.
Damn, then I'm pretty damn small.
Yes, gnomes are small.
Gnomes are adorable sized.
Yeah, but we still look like shit.
Especially you, you're purple.
I am? A rock gnome's purple?
Oh, you're a rock gnome, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a deep gnome. He's a
Yeah,
rock
gnome.
gnome. I
So
made
that-
the same mistake the
Sorry
first
about that.
time.
So that means I'm rock collared?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
so
kind
he's
of
got
gray.
sort of like grayish colored skin.
Well, that's not too bad. Well, purple would have been awesome. But still, Tabaki, don't you have a rope on you? Or what the hell are we gonna do now?
Yeah,
Not
technically
bad.
your rope, whoever volunteered this rope, is now like 2 or 3 feet shorter than it was before.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Well, I mean, it burnt off, so I
Uh,
had no choice but to do that.
What about I still have my I didn't take any damage, so I can still use my spider climb.
Fair enough.
This is probably not gonna work, but I walk down the wall again, and I just try my best. I still have Tabaki's +3 on me, right?
And
You
I'll
can
have
do
to
it again.
roll it again. This time it's a 3. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Well, a 9 or 10 would have been better. I just say grab on,
Before.
and I kind of, because I can use both my hands, I can just walk. And I try to just hold on to them, and I start walking up the wall, holding them.
You can
Holding
attempt
one of
to do
them.
this.
Holding one of them, not both.
Okay, one of them. Okay, that helps. And technically, they can help you by attempting to not fall.
Yeah,
So
right?
you can roll an athletics check with advantage, +3.
Please,
Which is what the 3
almighty
is.
script gods, don't let me down. 16? +3, that's 18, right?
I'll be charitable and say that you were carrying Erosan. And Erosan, you both managed to climb up. However, once he reaches the ceiling, it's sort of like he has a different gravity than you do. You're sort of hanging down, and he's like standing straight out from the wall. It's like he's again got a different gravity source than you do.
I
And
feel weird.
a cool scene, if it was on film, happens where he is currently standing on the wall straight and you are hanging down completely vertical and he is completely horizontal. And then he gets to the roof and then he is completely horizontal facing down holding your hands and you are looking up holding on to him.
This would have made an epic spy movie.
Yeah, exactly. And he sort of just puts your arms by bending down and places your hands on the top of the manhole cover, and then he goes, because he had to strain to do that.
Oh,
Okay, let's go back down and get Lonnie.
Well, she can meet you halfway. Can she?
I can meet you halfway.
Yeah, she can.
Technically,
jump
she
3
can
times.
jump up to you, and you guys can do a gymnastics move where you flip her up into the manhole.
Let's
But
do that.
that would require Lily to make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Both of us, or just her?
Just her.
Because of the jump, could I be able to do it with advantage?
The reason you're able to reach him is because of the jump.
Well, I'm
Worth a
helping her.
shot.
You have a +1.
Thank you.
I am
Plus
helping
1 in my
her.
acrobatics. Really?
7.
Here's what happens instead.
You said advantage.
I did not say advantage.
I said advantage.
You said advantage, damn it.
Okay,
But
so
it must be advantage.
so here's what happens. You do succeed because she's able to jump up there, and you do throw. However, her back cracks against the opening of the manhole cover,
Out of a roll.
and she sort of flips up, and her feet are currently the only thing that are holding her on. So I need you to make an athletics check to see if you can hold on with your leg strength to flip
Alright.
yourself up onto the top.
12.
I'll give that to you.
Praise
However,
Odin. Alright.
However, since he slammed you into that so unceremoniously, you take 2 damage.
Sorry. Oh, she just muted herself. She's screaming now, right?
No! I opened my soda and I didn't want it to, like, pss, all over the place.
Okay, so you got hurt, but you're up there.
Yeah.
And you had to use your leg strength to hold you up, and you sort of panicked for a moment as you put your hands down to move you into a safe position before falling back down.
But that's the start of some comedy skit.
And you're safe. And he walks up.
My heroes!
How far away
Hooray.
from the farm are we?
You are approximately 500 feet away.
Oh, snap. That's not that far. Let's go.
Let's
Due to
go.
the fact that you're in the city and the farm is on a farm, so you have to walk there from there.
Yeah.
500 feet is nothing. We got this.
Can't you, like, call your bear?
I'm
He
not
could,
sure. I could.
but he's not going to, apparently. So you
No,
guys
I
walk
am.
to
If
the
I can,
farm.
I don't know how I control that thing. I'm not good at
It'll-
this.
Basically a pet, a hunter's pet from World of Warcraft. It does whatever you want it to do.
So
as
I
long
could
as
have
you
called
tell
it
it to
when
do
we
that.
were inside the big building.
Either way, you guys can just walk there, and the bear is sitting there next to your giant eagles that you flew in on.
Oh. Fly, you fools! Can we get on the eagles?
You can get on the eagles if you wish.
Oh no.
I go inside
Oh,
the
no.
barn and go and lay down. I want a long rest.
Oh, concur. I
so-
would like a long rest as well.
I also join the others in the barn because I don't have my puppets to protect me during the night.
I
Where
am
did they go?
going to watch his mechanical bear, because that interests me.
It's built similarly to DT, except the placement of the parts is different, so to accommodate the form of a bear.
I'm just gonna...
You know how it's built. It's just you would need a different set of blueprints than you had for DT.
I'm just gonna study it because it's interesting to me.
All right.
Are you gonna steal his parts to make another DT?
No!
However,
Bad.
you guys notice that the Afridi did not follow you.
Oh.
Oh,
Afridi?
snap.
As you guys are aware, they didn't attack those weird creatures. They didn't help you. Perhaps it's because they weren't there.
That's the big giant things, right? Or
They are Ifriti are. I'll grab you a picture.
Are basically flame genies.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's the guys that we saved from the dungeon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll send you a picture either way, so that you get
Where?
a nice. So that way you can picture it in your mind a little better.
Where are you sending the picture?
I am going to send it to you.
In the Twitch chat.
Actually, this is General Hosmish. I'll just grab it from my computer and put it on the Roll20 screen so people have something to look at.
Yay!
General
Let's scare the children
Hosmish.
now.
So do we get a long rest after?
Please.
Gonna get to that in a minute.
Oh, we're gonna get something in the middle of the night.
I'm gonna do the same as before and use the left of my bomb charges to make bombs.
Sure.
I'm gonna ask Erosan kindly for shrapnel or metal scraps so we can make shrapnel bombs this time.
Sure.
So that is 8.
It's where the giant's table is, so that way you can picture it a little better.
So that guy actually got captured.
Yes, this guy is still captured because you guys didn't try to rescue him.
Oh,
And you
no,
didn't
no.
find him.
He's not captured anymore. He's a zombie now.
We had to run. We had to GTFO.
Don't worry about it. He's a zombie now. He did.
We had to GTFO.
Well, I'll find my zombies with him. It's fine if we get to him.
Oh yeah, what happened to your zombies?
Well, I didn't say they came with me, so they are stuck with a 3D now. I don't know what happened to them.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Since I forgot about it as well, I'm not gonna just punish you for it. I'm gonna roll. See if they find you. See if they make it through all the things that they needed to make it through to get to you.
Well, they are technically zombies. Do they get attacked by the other zombies?
That is what this roll is to determine.
They're different zombies.
That
but
is
that would
what
just
this
make-
roll is to determine.
That would just
Yeah,
make all the other zombies racists. And we are alive on air, and we can't be that. Because that is mean.
Zombie races.
Unfortunately, you wait for the rest of the night. They don't return to you.
They serve their purpose.
Oh, I thought more like a sad scene with with the music from the Titanic in the background. You're just sitting outside the barn waiting for your puppets.
No, not my puppets.
Me puppets,
No.
me puppets.
Me puppets.
Yeah, like the.
But you
look
know,
after
if
the
you finish a
puppet.
long rest before you locate them, you won't be able to bring them back.
I don't care about that.
We need more bodies.
I can't
He doesn't
rest.
care about that because he's gonna kill us through the night to make more puppets.
However, that does free up some of your spell slots if you don't do that for tomorrow. Because technically, as soon as he wakes up, he has to use spell slots in order to revive them again. So, it could be a good thing.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, he's just sort of standing on the roof of the building as Celine Dion starts playing.
Mm,
And unfortunately, his heart will have to go on.
yeah.
Unfortunately. However, yeah. After you notice that the Afridi are gone, unless if you want to do anything else, you guys can complete your long rest.
I just mentioned the 8 shrapnel bombs scattered around.
Alright?
In
There's a few
case.
shrapnel bombs laying on the ground.
8.
They go inert as soon as you wake up, though.
Yeah. That's just good. Or else I'll just forget about them and walk on another again.
However, they will go inert as soon as you awaken. If you manage to complete your long rest. So is everyone bedding down for a long rest?
Yes.
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 Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Damn it.
I'm just going to remind Edo-san. The black Aarakocra missing. All the Aarakocra that you managed to gather missing. All the Afridi that you managed to gather, they're currently missing.
Let's see. We're doing great.
Well, at least they're not in a cell anymore.
Oh, fuck.
They were helping the giants fight.
I mean, if
we're
I mean they're
we're
not
dealing with
dumb. I mean, if they see some danger, they know what to do, right?
Yeah, they'll kill the danger for us. No worries.
Yeah, don't worry. The giants
They
will
were
like
hoping
mush a
on.
bunch of
They
zombies.
were banking on the fact that an orb was going to activate and a thunderstorm was going to start and all the shadow creatures were going to go away. However,
But
that
then
didn't
zombies. So the zombies showed us off plan. It's not our fault.
happen. However, these nightmares haunt you as you bed down to go to sleep.
Not me.
Yeah, bro.
No, Erosan, just Erosan.
Well, that's good. I'm happy as long as I still got my 90 gold pieces.
You bloody thief.
What?
We found them. There was no owners, so
Okay,
Found
so
them
you
lying on the
guys,
street.
I'm just warning you that if you
Uh-huh.
guys choose to take your long rest now, things may have changed in 8 hours.
I take a long rest.
Yeah, things will change. I will have my super explosives back, all my bomb charges, and Tobacco will have all this.
And potentially a
Spell slot
bunch of people will be dead, is what I'm warning you about.
Oh,
However, you can still do it.
I mean, my puppets were already dead, kind of. So
Activate you. Oh my god! You just said something I can use and abuse so badly now.
Such
Well,
as.
Mechanical bear, go!
What? You can control my beer.
It doesn't listen because it only has one master.
Yeah, but the nice thing is, I will repeat what you said. It works the same as DT.
Yes. Which means that you would have to spend a couple of hours reprogramming it to listen to you, and you know that you probably had a few traps set in your own thing. So you'd have to navigate past his own traps to prevent you from overriding his machine. Plus, he'd have a chance of noticing you doing this.
Sugar.
Don't you dare.
You know what? I'm going even worse than this overriding shit.
Okay.
I'm actually going to full manual control.
Okay, he's going to attempt to fool around with your bear, Explo. Make a perception check as you are trying to sleep.
Oh, if it's... I thought you said to do that, but if it's instantly full manual control... I mean, you were worried more about a chicken than your bear.
Well, now I
Make
am.
a perception check as he is fiddling around with your machine. Alright, you awaken to see Edo-san attempting to override your machine. You can tell by the way your machine is made how you would attempt to override its mind, and he is attempting to do so. Clearly, he's not trying to hide it. He thought you would remain asleep, apparently.
I walk up to him and just go.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes,
I'm
he does
giving you
do
a
that.
chance here.
He does do that.
I assume we're all awake at
I
this point.
freaked the fuck out.
Are you all sleeping in the same location?
No,
Yeah,
would
but
assume
we're
so.
all sleeping
I
in the
don't-
barn.
hold on. I don't make a sound, but I just swing.
Okay, at this point, I'll say that you are all in the same location, and you see that your companions are currently trying to brawl.
Surely Nick
I'm
is
not trying to brawl. He's
I just
fucking
get
trying to
spooked.
brawl.
I just get spooked.
However, that hits him. A 29 hits him.
No, it
We haven't
doesn't.
had a-
I'm okay
I'm
with
on
inter-party
half elf.
fighting as long as the whole party is aware that the fight is happening. So, the whole party is now aware that you are trying to kill each other, or at least that's what it looks like when they wake up.
He's trying to kill me.
No, I just get spooked.
Roll damage. You hit him.
6.
You have a plus 13 on a damn hammer?
Yes,
do 6
I'm a
damage?
dexterous boy. It's a
Yeah,
light hammer.
He has expertise or something. I don't
No,
remember.
a light hammer.
Yeah, but it's not plus your proficiency on to hit,
Yep.
is it?
It's my proficiency plus my dex.
But you have a feat.
Where did the +4 come from?
You
Seriously,
don't
where the fuck did that come from?
have
Either way, even without the +4, you would hit him. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it. But as you fix up your stuff, you hit him for 6 damage. So Explo, he hits you in the head with what looks like a hammer that you would use in your toolkit. He just hits you in the head with it.
I just get to freak the fuck out. I don't know who the fuck that was.
Fair enough. Explo gets to react, however.
Can I see that he was freaked out? Or did he just turn around and
Make
slam
an
me in the face?
insight check.
Hmm?
Make an insight check. It is dark, so you
I
might
get
not be able to
startled.
tell.
I mean,
16.
just like a
Oh,
cat.
wait a minute. Sorry.
Yeah,
12.
you see
12.
that he just turned around and smacked you.
I
'cause you didn't
command my
expect it.
bear to hold down whoever just hit me in the head because I don't know who this is.
Fair enough.
You do know who this is.
It's dark.
I'll let him determine what his character can and cannot see. Thank you very much. If he wants to not
He hit
see it,
21 in,
he cannot.
in perception, and now is 16 in insight.
If he chooses not to know who you are,
Okay.
I'll
Fair
allow it.
enough.
Whatever. I know who you are, but to me it looked like you just turned around and tried to knock me out because you're trying to steal my bear. So I command my bear to actually grapple you or whatever to
To
like
be
Yeah, but
fair,
slam
I
you down
put
on
it
the ground.
back.
To
Good
be
luck.
fair, Giovanni,
Yeah,
you were trying to steal his bear.
true.
Don't even try me.
So the bear just gets on its hind legs and goes. It is attempting to grapple you. So with the bear's strength, use
I'm
that.
holding on to the plate that I'm holding.
It's still trying to grapple you. So roll against it. However, the bear has to roll strength.
Hip hop, hip ho. That's 10.
Oh, 1d20.
Plus.
12d20.
No, not 12. What what bear is it based upon? Or what creature?
16.
Yeah, that grabs me.
The bear is based on a polar bear, I think.
Yes, it is.
So
that is plus 5 in strength.
the bear pins you to the floor. However, you haven't ordered it to kill him or anything, so
No.
it's just going to pin him to the floor. However, both Lily and Tabaki, you both wake up and see that they are in a scuffle, at the very least.
I'm gonna yell at them, guys, I'm trying to sleep, stop it!
Shut up!
Yeah.
All right.
If one of you die, I shall make it into a great offering.
And then you both go back to sleep.
However, do you guys react to them knowing that you're fighting?
No, I yell at them to go to sleep.
All right. I'm just asking these two, as in Giovanni and.
Alison just freezes up and goes like, that's
Right.
25 grip. Yeah.
The
Why
bear
are you trying to steal my bear?
Its clockwork muscles on its jaw just sort of crack and creak a little as it just intimidatingly stares at your face.
Roll intimidation.
You can if you want.
Let's see. Intimidation is charisma, which it has
Lovely.
-2 of. Really?
It's a bear, of course.
Yeah, but still, it should be able to scare people.
Bloop.
Can you not use strength for intimidation instead?
I will allow if your strength is higher, like if it's if it's the thing that you're going to most likely attack with, then I'll allow it. with strength. So rather than -2, what is it?
+5 with
18.
strength.
Okay, he rolls higher than you because it's a +5, so 13 + 5.
You're scared now.
Are you sure you want to scare the guy that's freaking out when it gets scared?
You are
Well,
pinned
you
to the
just
floor.
try to steal my beer for no apparent reason.
Well, a few apparent reasons.
Well,
You
I don't
want
know
the-
them.
You could have just asked your team if, hey, can I just send this bear on a scouting mission?
I'm not gonna lie about what I'm gonna use it for.
However, you are pinned to the floor. What do you wish to do?
Look, people are waiting for us and they're gonna die if we don't act.
Well, I still kind of have my action.
You can choose to listen to him or not.
I asked him why the fuck he was trying to steal my beer.
I already told you that people are waiting for us and they're gonna die if we don't act.
You're gonna die if you don't have yourself a long rest. Stupid idiot.
Fair enough.
I thought you... Only reason I saved you was because that you're the only intelligence idiot I could talk to in this group. Apparently I made myself a big mistake.
Well, you say it yourself, an intelligent idiot.
Ugh. If you try to do anything like that with my bear again, the next time it will actually be a big mouth around your neck. Not just some paws to the breast.
You're lucky you have your thing.
I command the bear to let him go when I go back to sleep.
The bear just sort of makes a sniffing noise, like the breathing out snuffing noise that bears make, and it just sort of and it just walks away.
Also commanded to be like, if anybody fucking touches him, he will attack. Just in case he tries again.
Alright, so
Is the
I'll say
chicken
that
out of the bag?
Edo-san, you hear him give the order to the bear that if anybody starts messing around with the bear, then the bear is going to attack whoever that is.
Except me, of
I
course.
do. I do hear that. And I ask, where's the chicken?
Where is the chicken?
Well, I was actually gonna say that I was gonna like let her loose to like roam around outside.
Okay, she is roaming around outside.
I go back to bed. If you wanna go on a little vengeance spree just because you didn't get to steal my beer to kill my chicken, then go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna catch the chicken,
Be
yes.
a child.
I'm gonna catch the chicken, yes.
However, since I didn't determine that the chicken was going to be so important, here's here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh no, the landmines!
That is what I that is what I was going to determine. I am going to get you, Explo,
Yes!
to roll an animal handling to determine whether or not you taught the chicken where the things
Oh,
were
this
and
is
to
gonna be
avoid
fun.
them. So roll an animal handling check.
Oh.
Yes,
It
please!
seemed receptive at the time.
Oh,
However,
God, yes.
I am going to roll a d20,
Oh god, yes, please!
and if it rolls too badly,
I'm
It will
actually
just
kind of
be
hoping that it actually steps on a landmine just to see
I
the
don't want to
feathers.
step on landmine. It's like cute stuff.
Oh god, yes, please!
oh no!
Oh yes!
You walk outside, Edo-san, and you see what looks like a half-cooked chicken dinner laying in
didn't
the
hear
middle
the-
of the field.
We didn't hear the bang?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
Harrison.
chicken.
Harrison slowly picks it up and follows
No, you
the
don't.
flow.
No, you don't even have leverage.
I pick up the chicken, bring it over to Explo. And then if he's in bed, I will just put it on top of it and say, "You didn't tell it good enough," and then just run.
Okay. Explo, you feel something slightly moist touch the side of your face.
Oh, chicken blood!
As you slightly wake back up from your snooze that you were trying to have, and you see Adosan running away, and you see a chicken that's half black.
Half
Black on one side.
Okay.
And it's just sort of like...
Yeah, go. I stop for 1 second and say, "I didn't do that, by the way."
Can Tabaki like
Inside check.
get up? Can
Yeah,
Tabaki
wait,
like wake up and like, oh, okay. Lily goes over to Tabaki. Wake up! Wake up! The chicken's dead! Bring it back to life! I don't care if it's fake, bring it back to life!
I
Alright,
am
Tabaki.
tired.
So am I!
I tell the truth.
Oh, God.
Yes, Tabaki, you sense that he is telling the truth.
Well, is it really worth all of those diamonds?
It sort of twitches again.
So it's kind of still alive. What if I use? Oh,
No,
damn, I don't have...
it's clearly dead.
It's a chicken
However, there are
twitch.
still nerves twitching in its body.
Wait,
Well, I guess we have breakfast.
wait, hold on. What about that zombie virus thing?
It was not currently infected. However, it could be later, if you want it to be.
Matt, this hurts.
I'm tempted to try, but I don't want it to affect us.
Technically, he still has a vial of the zombie
do.
virus.
Well, now the heart must go on. It's definitely in the background.
It plays more intensely. It's as if someone turned up the volume so high that it's just sort of like... Okay, so Tabaki, do you wish to do anything for the chicken?
Tell me, well, if you have a spare diamond,
I have
a
a
pure
spare
diamond, they have to be quite valuable.
Okay.
I shall revive the chicken.
Because
like,
you currently don't have any on you because we didn't go to the bank.
I meant for you to turn it into like one of your
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah, sure.
That's what she meant.
Just put it in the bag and I'll revive it tomorrow.
Okay. It's a chicken.
It's such a waste of
Okay.
You guys seriously want a zombie thrall chicken?
Oh heck yes!
Why the fuck not?
It's like the team mascot now.
And you said that it's like if he doesn't use the spell again, he just loses control. They don't die again, right?
Yeah, then you get turned to dust.
Oh, how
so
sad.
okay.
If he loses control of it for the rest of the 24-hour period where they are animate, they are uncontrolled, and they will attack anything.
We can live with that. It's a chicken.
Even Expo
However-
in his grief is smart enough to know it's a waste of a spell slot.
However, if at the end of the 24 hours he does not choose to revive it, then it will turn to dust.
Yeah.
It's a chicken. We can get more. In
Yeah,
character, Lily will cry, but out of character, we can get more chickens.
We can get him another chicken. I have a bad feeling about the next super explosives I'm gonna throw anyway, so
Yeah,
probably
he's gonna throw
make
the
a new
super
chicken.
explosive, and it's gonna be another chicken.
Yeah, another 9. Ugh.
All right, I put the chicken in a satchel or something.
Okay.
That was the super explosive.
And then I go back to sleep. Try to go
Alright.
back to sleep.
I go back to sleep.
As you guys drift off to sleep, however, Edo-san has run away.
Yep.
Son.
As
Miss
you
you.
three start to drift off to sleep, you hear one last time.
Oh, that's so horribly sad.
And Edo-san, you have run away in your fear of the retribution of your team for the dead chicken.
Nope. That's not
Now
the
where
reason.
are you?
That's not the reason.
Where are you? It doesn't matter the reason. Where are you?
I'm trying to find a croaker.
Alright.
Without a long rest.
You have a feeling that you still hear fighting in the distance.
BRB.
You still hear fighting in the distance, Edo-san.
Mm-hmm.
Do you head towards the fighting, or do you wish to go somewhere else?
Check out the fighting, perhaps. They're there.
Alright.
But
After about-
hold on. I'm gonna be stuffy.
Okay. After about 3 hours of you walking towards where they are, you see, you come upon a scene. I'll say that you're on the roof of a building at this point. And you see what currently looks like a bunch of Aarakocra on the ground. The two giants are not there. Neither is the third giant, however. And you see a bunch of Aarakocra laying on the ground, injured, possibly dead, unmoving. However, you see the large creature with the large weapon walking over to them and looks at each one and then just sort of reaches his foot over and just stomps on their skull. Loud. And then he walks over to the next one. Next one.
Kaboom!
You're going to attempt to snipe him?
To the skull!
Alright.
A
Roll
31.
damage.
Ooh.
30 damage.
Alright. As
Yeah,
that
I'm
hits
going
him,
long rest. That might be a bad idea, but sure.
as that hits him, okay, I'm gonna fix up the damage here. So 13 plus, so that is 30.
30.
Alright. So, as he gets hit in the side of the head, he looks over towards your direction, and he goes, "Stars!"
As he says that, I give him another shot.
Alright.
Stars and twinkles.
Nat 20.
Alright. You hit him.
Wow.
Okay, so is it all of this?
Yes.
Okay. So
That
23
is-
plus 4. Plus
57.
Yeah, it's
He goes, and he continues looking at you, and he just sort of motions with one of his fists to his side. All the Aarakocra, even the headless ones, begin to stand up.
Oh. Fuck.
Run. Do. No.
And he points towards you and he says, "Stars."
Do I
And-
see anywhere the black Aarakocra?
He is not among the dead.
Okay, that's a good thing. Oh, time to get out.
Alright. He starts firing up his weapon, however, it takes him 2 turns to do so.
Yeah, I'm gone by that time.
And then as soon as he realizes that it's futile, you hear the winding down of his weapon. And you hear the other Aarakocra and you notice, as you're running away, that even the little chunks of head seem to have been animated into some sort of small little spider-like creature.
That's not creepy at all.
Oh, totally
And-
not.
No, not at all.
And you run away from the scene. However, you notice that the 2 big important things that you noticed is that your Ifriti and Aarakocra ally are not there,
Mm-hmm.
and the giants, they're not there either.
Well, time to get moving then.
Alright, you start moving to a different location. Where do you wish to go? You do hear fighting from another location, and you hear what sounds like perhaps. Actually, I'm going to get you to make a perception check, see if you notice that one.
Okay. Perception. 17.
You hear what sounds like a fire and people in hushed voices talking to each other. But you
I'm
also
going-
hear fighting in a different direction.
I'm going to check the hushed voices first.
Alright, you walk over there. I'm gonna roll something. Alright, I need you to make a perception check.
Okay, perception. 23.
You notice they pretty deftly were trying to hide, but you notice them at a bad time in their attempt to hide, and you could see them clearly for a second. There's an Aarakocra, a black one, and you notice perhaps an Afridi or 2, just sort of hiding behind a stone as you approach. But they didn't see who you were. They just heard noise. It seemed like they hid behind the rock.
So Arazan goes like, guys, it's me, our friend.
The black Aarakocra peeks out from behind the rock.
Arazan just waves at him and goes like, hi.
It just looks confused at you and then back at the 2 people it's standing next to.
So,
Sort of squawks silently to the other 2 that are on the other side of the rock.
so Arazan is going to get over to them.
As you approach, the black Aarakocra draws its weapon and just points it at you.
Arazan just freezes up and goes like, you know me, right?
No, scream boo.
It goes, "Are you dead?"
No, pretty much squishy alive and bleeding still.
Is she alive?
And it looks at both of them and continues pointing the spear at him. And the one of the Afridi goes, "They usually don't talk." And it goes, "Right." It puts the weapon down.
Don't you?
So it just sort of looks down. Now you can do whatever you wish with them, or talk to them, or whatever.
So we getting out of here or what?
The Afridi that are currently gathered around this rock. There's another one that there's 2 Afridi here. The one that was part of your resistance group, and another one.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, the one that you recognize goes, "Well, I guess that's another plan gone to shit."
Absolutely did. I mean, I didn't count on, well, those vials just being part of it all. Jeez.
Vials. He sort of looks at you confused.
Yeah, the vials with the blue stuff. You?
We didn't see any of that. And the other Afridi goes, I saw some of that, but it doesn't matter in comparison to. And he motions. And behind you, you actually see what looks like a human that's completely blackened by rot. But it looks like a human. It doesn't look like that black thing that almost swallowed you before. And it's just sort of nonchalantly walking across the street.
Erson jumps at it away a bit from it at first and then goes like, wait. That one is not... Is it?
It's about 100 feet away. So it doesn't notice you, is probably your guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's also a bad thing. What are we?
As you keep talking, when it's nearby, it sort of goes.
Erson just freezes up and goes complete silent.
Okay, it gets to make a perception check, see if it notices you. And it would be very unfortunate if that happened. Perception is -2.
It would be
So
pretty
they're not very
funny.
smart, but it noticed a noise.
Nope.
No, it sort of just goes and keeps going.
So Erson waits until it's gone and out of earshot, he guesses, and then goes...
Yeah,
and
it
then
walks
in a
around
more,
a building, so you don't see it anymore.
So then it goes more in a hushed voice, goes like, so this all that is left?
Our resistance, it fell. Everyone that we gathered, well, most of them, some of them scattered off, including the giants. They ran away. And the black Aarakocra goes, Bawachi? Almost in a bird-like squeaking noise. And it says Vati. And they go, the Afridi goes, whatever. They ran as soon as they realized that all of their allies were falling. Kind of cowardice of them. But they would have fallen too if they hadn't. Same with us.
Yeah. So
That thing, its weapon. We've never seen anything like it.
Same here. It's...
You would say that it kind of looks like a Gatling gun, which exists.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a crank thing, and it fires more than one bullet at once. However, it was firing way more than a Gatling gun should.
Yeah. I've seen certain things like it, but nothing like that. It's way more advanced, but back to the point of getting to safety. The farm where we gathered. My 3 allies are right there right now.
The black Aarakocra goes, alright. And it sort of motions for them to follow. However, the Afridi you don't recognize says, General Hosmish has been taken. As in...
Hosmish!
And he's sort of indicating that Hosmish has been taken over by Shadow.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, crap.
And he indicates that was why we couldn't activate the orb. You sort of left the room, and once you did, Hosmish entered the room. And we couldn't fight him off.
Crap.
Well, things were going downhill pretty quickly. I mean, I saved the people that were in the room from, well, the blue mist/liquid that was in the room. Because otherwise you would have been like those guys out there right now, shambling around.
And he nods. I thank you for that. However, Seems like we could have done more. As he just sort of puts his head down and walks off.
Well, we're outnumbered and, well, outmatched.
Every
shadow-
single one of your excuses seems to just make him hang his head lower as he walks away.
The shadow just seems to pull stuff from other worlds, apparently.
He just sort of looks back at you and he says, "Whatever helps you sleep at night."
Ooh,
As he walks away.
that's cut deep.
Burn.
I also just trying to figure out
Yes.
how the hell the shadow's doing.
I know that Edo-san is trying to help, however, he doesn't seem like he needs help. He needs to be able to solve this situation.
That is by trying to figure out how the hell the shadow does. As we can take it away, then we have the advantage again.
Yes, but he just continues walking away. He's following the other two that are going to the farm.
The Aerosol just keeps following him.
So you're gonna follow him and go
Yep,
back
to the farm.
All right. You make it back to the farm after a couple of hours. They're worse than this, but this is the quickest thing I can relate it to. It looks like they just lost the most important ball game of all of history. They are distraught. They're hanging their heads low. They are not in any sort of good mood.
Okay, so
They're not
actually
making a riot.
before I sleep, I'll ask Lomni and Explo if we
Yeah,
have
I'll
time
say that
to-
I'll just say that you guys have pretty much completed your long rest, so you guys can be talking as long as you're resting.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just ask. So if we be having time for 3 days, I can figure out how we use this orb, and I can make a safe area for us where none of the other creatures or undead will pass. This
How long did you
farm
say it will take again?
The orb that
3 days?
Giovanni has with him.
Still has with me.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Jorb is with Erosan.
Everybody's talking over Ben. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying if I have 3 days, I can make a safe area and I can find out how to use not that orb, I'm talking about the giant orb that controls the weather.
Oh.
Yes, the orb that you were going to attempt to make the storm with, that would have driven out all of the enemies.
But I need 3 days for that.
Well, it's like a spell.
Yeah, first I need to cast a 24-hour long spell, then I need to cast another 5th level spell, which I only have 1 per day of. So 3 days.
Do you have to be in the room with the orb, or can you do it from
No.
anywhere?
Make the safe area anywhere, but it's going to be around this area. So if I make the barn a safe area, no elementals, no fiends, no fae, no undead will be able to pass within 60 feet of the barn.
Yeah, he's basically going to make hallowed ground.
Yes.
So nothing can pass by that.
Cool.
That's the text. So
That's a long text.
No creature can pass through. It's basically a safe cross.
Yeah, so basically he does a ritual like for the whole day, and he cannot be interrupted during this ritual. If he manages to complete the ritual, any undead that are within the area, I'm pretty sure, are instantly destroyed, if I remember correctly. But I'm not
Doesn't
sure.
say anything. Sure, it takes 24 hours, so good luck.
Okay,
Yes,
so
if
we
there's
defend him.
undead in the area, then it's gonna be hard anyway. But nothing can go in there. Like, no undead can like they'll be like hitting a wall, scraping up against an invisible wall. They can't go in.
Yeah. And I can choose another effect in the hollow area. Like I can make there no sound could be there at all or something different.
Yeah, and there's a few effects you can put on it, so that way, if something comes in there that is a problem, then those different effects can happen. So he's basically suggesting to you that he can make a completely safe area from the undead. However, in order to do so, he needs 24 hours,
That's
uninterrupted.
it. And I had 3 days, and then I can figure out the objective. So 3 days is what I need.
Yes, but he needs a straight 24-hour period where he is uninterrupted.
All right, let's do it.
All right. If
Go for it.
yeah, I will set up my. Do you guys want it in the barn or do you want it closer to the city?
I'll say as a DM, the closer you are to the palace, the more likely that the enemies are going to find you before the 24-hour period is up.
Yeah.
But then again, if you do succeed, we're closer to the palace.
Yes.
How about the top floor where we came up? Is there like a building near there? Because then it would cover the subway and like under it too. Because I could technically be in the sewers and cast it, then it will fix to the building above.
But what if we go in to the big tower and we barricade ourselves in one of the top floors and you do it there? Wouldn't like 60 feet hollow ground in that room or the whole building basically?
It's 60 feet around where I cast, or where I set up the ritual in any direction. So down, up,
Okay,
left, right.
so we don't.
Yeah, it's a sphere, basically,
Yeah.
Okay.
around him. It's really good if you're in the vampire's lair to do that, but the vampire is likely going to find you, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's why it takes 24 hours to cast. It's not an easy thing. It's supposed to be so that way you can make a safe area and then be able to come back to the safe area if you needed to. That's pretty much what it's for.
I can get done with that.
But if you do manage to do it in his lair, then by all means. But you'll have to defend yourself, is what I'm saying.
We can try.
So it's up to you where you guys want to do this, since it's his plan.
I mean, the barn is the safest, but I think maybe near the sewers where we could get a building as well.
Yeah, easier access to the city.
Yeah. And easier
So-
escapes.
One of the houses on the edge of the city then. Go
What
in,
about
clear it
just
out,
in the
barricade it.
sewer?
Yeah, we could do it in the sewer, but
Yeah.
like we could make one cover. Actually, we could do the sewer right beside where we escaped last
That's
night.
what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great if we managed to pull it off.
And by the way, this spell, if he succeeds in casting it, it lasts forever until someone gets rid of it.
Yeah, and that someone is gonna not be a undead fiend, celestial fae.
Unless if
element.
an undead manages to find its claws around some sort of magical item that can dispel this, it won't succeed in doing so.
Yeah.
So basically, in the scenario of the vampire, if you manage to succeed in doing this, you guys go in this area, the vampire collides with the wall, can't get in. But if you guys just stay there for like a week, maybe he'll start researching a way to get rid of it.
Vampires are not fun.
So yes,
So shall we go to the sewers then?
Yeah.
all right. I'll say that you guys complete your long rest. However, before you guys do,
Yeah.
Edo-san would have arrived with his three allies.
Did you tell your 3 allies where the bombs were?
Yes, I let them follow me so that we don't hit the bombs.
All right, so you guys are about an hour out from finishing your long rest as he walks into the room with 3 other people.
So
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I've been doing saving these people.
Why are you saving people? We have our people to save, like you and me.
Well, I still did it, Lily.
I mean,
One of the Afridi says.
Oh, that sounds like asinine.
One of the Afridi says, "While you guys are safe here, many others have fallen, dead in the streets."
that sounds sad.
Fun. Good talk. And I'm out my bear, and let's go.
Okay, let's go. Whee!
You guys, I'll say that you guys finish your long rest. However, Edo-san still has not. He has been up this entire time.
Right.
So you guys are going, and I need some sleep, you know, like right now.
Bye.
However, I'll say, for the sake of time, if you wish to explain your plan to him, I'll just say the plan is explained and his reaction is...
I would like some sleep first before we go to execute it.
Well, you should have stayed up all night.
Well, either way, it seems like the group is ready to go. So those 3 may leave, and you could try to take your allies, your newfound allies, with you, and they may be able to help protect them. But you are pretty much useless until you have a rest.
Yeah.
Take a short rest and gone. It's not a big problem.
No, I have a point of exhaustion that can only go away with a long rest.
Yes, technically he has worked through the entire time that he should have been long resting, if he wanted to get one. So he needs a long rest as soon as possible.
You can always
another
use
point of
vials.
exhaustion.
Can he get a long rest while we're, watching this scene, while we're making sure nothing disturbs
Yeah, I mean, it takes 24 hours.
Sabaki,
so
right? And then while we're having another, hour-long rest, then he can be unwatched. Like, does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, that works fine because it takes 24 hours.
Right.
That's assuming Edo-san is willing to go with you.
Well, I'm sure one of us could carry him.
My bear could.
Or his bear, yeah.
Okay, Edo-san. It seems like they're willing to force you to go.
If I can get a good sleep, I will blame you all.
Blame yourself.
You're an artificer. Try to mount some kind of bet on my bear before we start walking.
Ifriti that was hanging his head and super depressed says, "At least they're trying to do something," as he looks at you.
These guys really hate you, don't they?
Technically, all you've done in the past 8 hours is walk up to them and say, "Hey, there's a place where no one's getting killed over there." And you went there. So, really, they could have just run away further if that's what they wanted to do. But really, they didn't want to do that, which is why they were remaining closer.
Mm-hmm.
I just get up all grim and go like, fine. If we die, I will blame you and I will hunt you.
Well, we're already dead. You can't hunt the undead. The dead.
I mean, we may become the undead. Then you could be my ally again.
I
If
still
any
will
of
hunt
you
you.
become undead, you will be under my control, so it will be all right.
No problem.
I will
Oh,
hunt
and-
you.
I forgot to say this before. It might have been useful before, but I'll say that it was a panicked situation, and you didn't have any spells anyway. Undead creatures, if you use Create Undead, I have a special rule that if the creature is undead, you can attempt to cast that on them, and you can try to convert them.
But it takes
However,
1 minute, so do you mean like I can cast a spell as an action, or how does that work? To
you
contest?
cast Create Undead, and however that spell works. So
Yeah, it's
the
a
casting
minute.
time.
So
So
yeah, not in com-
you have to take a minute, and you can
Yeah.
convert it. However, if it's below a certain challenge rating, it automatically converts. If it's above a certain challenge rating, then it makes a Wisdom saving throw, and if it does not succeed, then it becomes under your control.
Okay.
And certain
Just
high-powered undead, like vampires and things of that nature, they can make the saving throw again later.
yeah,
So you know that as part of the spell.
sure. That's not gonna happen in combat, so let's move on.
Yeah, you could stealth up and then
Yeah, just sneak behind
prepare
them
this.
for 1 minute. Let me
It's-
touch you a bit more.
It's possible. It's possible.
It's a 10 feet radius.
Yeah, let me sneak up on the boss. Don't worry, I'll convert them. I'm just gonna yell, "Ololo."
And start dancing. Hey, 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 hey.
He will
Cast
just look
spells
so
stealthily,
stupid
to
at
be
you
fair.
for a minute.
But yes, I'm saying that if in a fight you lasted a minute and it was attacking you, you could, in theory, convert it.
New plan. Let's go.
It's just a useful piece of information that is a custom rule that I have made. Because I'm
Yeah, I
super
like it.
interested in necromancers and undead stuff, so. I like the idea of being able to convert your enemy, if you wish.
Yeah.
So, and yes, you can stealthily cast the spell. So, in theory, if you roll high enough stealth, you could sneak up behind it, prepare the spell, and then cast the spell. So it's possible. However, like I said, the more powerful it is, the less likely you are to succeed.
Yeah.
So you might just waste the spell. But again, it's a risk-reward thing. So, you guys head towards the location. And you reach the location. I'll say that since you guys are traveling underground and the undead are mostly focusing on the upper part of the ground, I say that you get to your location without a random encounter.
Okay.
However,
So yeah, okay.
oh, I was just gonna say, you're attempting to create hallowed ground, basically.
Yes.
Some undead creatures can sense when this is starting to happen. So it is a risk that you are
But we
taking.
are far from the actual place where they should be, because it's like 100 feet up to the stairs. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
I'm just letting you know the risks before you go into a 24-hour commitment that may be interrupted.
Okay, so
Just 1,000.
we're that damn close. We're at the manhole cover that we managed to escape into.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, that manhole cover is open because you couldn't close
Yeah.
it.
Wait,
Oh wait,
I
he did
closed it.
close it. That's right.
Yeah.
My mistake. He did close it.
I
So-
knew
Yeah,
it
it was
was smart
welded
to
or
take the
whatever.
time and close it. I knew.
Okay, so it is closed. my bad. It's closed. So they can't just visually see you, so the DC is higher for them to notice you.
How
So-
tall is my bear, actually?
Your bear is the size of a bear, which I mean, if it stands on its hind legs, it's taller than if it stands on all four legs. That's fair. If it stands on its hind legs, I'm gonna say that it's about 7 feet tall.
So if
But-
I stand on its hands, I can reach the ceiling? Or...
The ceiling is 20 feet up.
Feeling is... Damn it.
So even if you got your bear into a circus-like position and climbed on it, you would still need a few over 10 feet.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be here for a damn long time anyways. Well, at least that's what we're gonna try to do. So I'm gonna cast Spider Climb on myself. And walk up to... Because, like, the only way into this place is, like, the manhole cover, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use
At
a
least-
bomb...
From above, I mean, there's tunnels that you got here through, and there's tunnels that are going elsewhere. So there's two sides to this tunnel.
Yeah, which
Oh, yeah,
building?
there's gonna be a bunch of booby traps. I assure you that. But before that, I'm gonna use a few bomb charges to actually melt the metal of the manhole cover, so it's completely sealed. It's no way anybody's gonna be able to open it by just lifting it up. They're gonna
Yes,
have
they
to
won't be able
blast
to lift it up, but I will say they can still break it.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's wrong.
you're gonna have to break it. They can't just lift it up.
Fair enough. I'll say that happens. However, you know that your bombs make noise, so you will attract attention if you do this.
What do you guys say?
Well, before we do it, what's the buildings above us that's gonna cover the radius?
I can take a peek.
Yeah, which
You
buildings?
remember. I'll say that you remember the buildings. There's currently like a rich hoity-toity house on
Mhm.
one side, and on the other side is the bottom part of the foundation of this palace.
Yeah, so we'll take the rich howdy-doody house or whatever you called it, and yeah, so we can stay up there when it's done.
Yes, so you're going to move closer to the house.
Yeah, but can we
However,
still
you know that it will probably only cover like maybe the second part of the second floor.
Yeah.
It won't cover anything more than that.
Yeah, but we'll cover the first one.
Can
And
I take a
also-
stealthy look outside?
Before you blow up some bombs, yes, you can. However, you need to roll a stealth check.
Dang.
All right. So they're going to look for you. However, they have a -2. So you look up. Oh, there's plenty of undead just above this, and they're just sort of patrolling as if they're partially controlled, maybe. And you notice these little pieces of skull and other various viscera that are just sort of walking around. They sort of sprout. If it has bones, they sprout these like long bone-like legs and wander around. If it's mostly just like skin or whatnot, they sprout these tentacles that help them move.
Are they from Resident Evil 2, or is this from Dead Space?
This is technically an amalgamation of things.
Okay.
It's magic combined with the Resident Evil stuff.
So there's no way I'm gonna be able to use bomb charges to make this like the name. Giovanni, please help me. Oh, he's gone.
What?
Oh, you're here. What? Why can't
Yeah.
we see you? Oh,
I said I will be right back because I was gonna grab a drink, but yeah, you were
you
asking
have
for my
Bluetooth
help.
headset. You have Bluetooth headset. You lucky son of a bitch. Everybody probably knows what I'm gonna try and explain. It's like a combination of materials that when you put fire to it, It burns over 2,000 degrees.
Thermite.
Thermite.
Yes.
I want to make
However-
thermite, and that is silent.
That is not silent.
Well, it makes a high fizzing noise, but it doesn't make a big explosion.
I'll say
true.
that they still have a chance of detecting the noise.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a drink then, so be right back. Again.
Okay.
So yeah, my other question was the Hallow. Would it also not like cover the whole palace entrance, but like the area where we jumped down and landed?
Can you repeat that one more time?
I wanted to know if we were to jump off the stairs again, if we would land in the Hollow.
You can attempt to do that, however, you would have to walk around the outside of the building. Like, you'd have to get to the top of the stairs, and that would be a lot harder. But, like, it's a lot higher of a jump. So you could do that, but it would be
so
a lot
it's
further.
like it's a lot further down, but not a lot further away, right?
No, it's not a lot further away, but you'd have to jump down, like, 400 feet.
Okay, because here's what I wanted my effect to be. Like, I could pick a similar effect, but can I put the effect of feather falling in my Hallow? Whoever lands in this Hallow starts flowing softly.
Are we that close to the stairs?
Is that one of your basic abilities that you can put on
Not
this?
one of my basic, but you can pick other things, so it's up to you.
It says that you can pick other things? Does it say
Let's
that?
see.
Ben, otherwise roll it up so they can
choose
see.
Effect from the following list to choose an effect offered by the GM, or like you can come up with stuff. So if you allow it, it's up to you.
Okay, so it's only if I allow it? But
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Do you have a spell that recreates that?
It's basically the first level wizard spell Featherfall. It's not on my list.
Okay. You know what? I'll let it go.
Sure. Okay. Because then we can just jump off and we don't take falling damage. That's the plan. That's what I wanted.
Depending on where you place the sphere, yes. If you place the sphere closer to the wall, it would be more likely that you'll be able to jump far enough because you'll just have to jump straight down. However, if you put it near the building, you'll have to jump across at least half of the street.
Yeah, near
How
the
many feet?
wall, like where we jumped last time, right?
How many feet?
But if you do this, then the house above ground is not protected.
Whatever. Screw the house.
I'm just giving you your options.
We wouldn't have had the whole house anyway, so.
Yeah, it would have been part of the house. Because technically you're 20 feet down, so then
Okay.
cover the whole
Sleep
thing.
in a sewer. It's cozy here, anyways.
Well, the ground floor would be handy.
Well,
And did you say that elementals are repelled from this area
Yes.
as well? I'll just let you know that those giants are technically elemental. So suddenly they'll just get stub their foot on an invisible wall. Unless if you dispel it later on.
Yes.
Hey Matt, I
Not
gotta
this
go.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.
So I'll say that next time we'll finish setting up the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Alright.
need 2 more days, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys can discuss the plan after. During the week even if you want. Just to make sure like
What I want to do.
if you wanna like barricade the lower area in case things come through the sewers, if you wanna do other things other than that, you can start thinking out that stuff. What might be most useful, what would play to your character's abilities, that sort of thing. So I'll just click stop.